quite the young
I don't know
strain.
why it's doing that, but because it sounded fine right up until about 30 seconds ago, and I see noise suppression got turned on somehow. Classic! I must have scrolled up on my mouse wheel or something wild. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, how's you?
Well, you know, it's Monday. That means it's the unprepared.
You could also say I'm feeling.
Oh, you are feeling Playotic good. I didn't even notice that. What's up, Monkey Man? You are here, of course. Leo and Mick Arcade smooches to you as well. Oh man, my like plosives are like going crazy tonight. Let me know if that's bothering anybody. I don't know if I'm just hearing it more than usual or if they're actually. Let me try to move this a little off axis. Maybe that's the issue.
I didn't know that you were into phonetics.
The pops are
A little pungent tonight. All right, I'll do a little bit. I'll
explosive.
Pop in those peas, baby yo. Let me turn down my mic a little bit too much. I've been fucking with audio this weekend. I've been fucking with a couple of things this weekend, and then I got sick. Or I do just be fucking sometimes. I don't know. I may have gotten sick. It may just be allergies, but I have not been very productive this weekend, which is fine because I definitely did not just finish the loot log from last Monday's episode, which I posted approximately 5 minutes before the game started, giving Kaylee not much time at all to level up from level 1 to level 3, and I'm definitely not delaying as I search for the adventure we're doing tonight, which is by, of course, the Arcane Library, one of my new favorite people that does stuff. What are we doing? Shadows of Lastwatch Keep, was that the one?
If you were stalling, then yes, you would have been able to figure out Shadow of Lastwatch Keep. But yes, but since you're not stalling, definitely got we're on track.
Gotcha. Awesome. Appreciate it. Let me move some things around on my computer here. Try to stay organized as best as we can. Really sussy, Daddy-O. Actually, I wonder if this works. Hang on. Give me a... Ooh, hang on. This is bold of me to try it right now, but we're gonna as soon as I find the thing here. And once again, definitely not delaying to give Kaylee time to do things because I fucked up.
Y'all don't understand. I'm just gonna throw an ice knife and be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, your ice knife has like a 50-50 shot of just turning into a fireball, so...
Yeah, you've nuked things in the past, so...
It happened once, and then it happened twice. Control, and then a flame turned into a fireball.
What y'all didn't see is Monkey Man and Panda both explaining to me what circles of druids were.
Yeah,
there are a lot of them.
They went over all of them, and I retained none of it. So
hey, I feel that. All right, let's see if this actually works. I'm about to break this. Let's see. Inspire. If only you had prepared for this, unlike 37 times before. Yeah, it's basically. Oh, you know what? It helps if I actually set the command to the correct command. Let me try this one more time. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing over there, bud?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm so happy you're stalling for me. I'm moving.
Hey, there we go. hey, that's perfect. That'd be big sussy, Daddy-O. That's the one. That I couldn't have asked for a better one.
That's great.
Oh boy.
What is the /n?
That is HTML that's not working.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah, they sent you 2 links. If that helps put it into words.
Nobody send me Discord messages. I can't turn off notifications.
Oh, I'm gonna send you so many Discord notifications. Now I'm like hyper. Fuck, I have to like talk this way all night because I'm just hearing the like it's just destroying my ear. Yeah, walk this way.
I'm on a new setup tonight, so that might be me that's fucking everything up.
No, it's definitely me. I fucked with too much shit this weekend and didn't get enough sleep. Let's try this one more time, see if it's actually working. or if it's just a fluke. Go fast, eat ass. And, hey, it's actually kind of working.
Hey,
Well, if you're doing that, here I can show off something. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you got something.
Oh shoot, yeah.
I love that
Hold on.
delay. I love when commands delay. Let's not everybody all at once, but let's see. Oh, you got a thing? Oh, you got a dice mat.
whoa,
Yeah.
very cool.
I got it.
Sick.
Guess where I got it from?
Where did you get it?
Misty Mountain Gaming.
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
Oh, it does look. Hey, that's wild because I'm wearing a Misty Mountain Gaming. Totally
Let's
unrelated.
go.
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Did you know that we're affiliates of Misty Mountain Gaming and you can
No,
save
we didn't.
15% of your purchase at mistymountaingaming.com if you use the
You know
code
what?
Playotic15?
I did save 15%.
Oh, snap.
Hell yeah.
You know what also happened with Misty Mountain Gaming?
What
I used
also
my
happened?
15% off, and I got my die.
Holy shit.
And I have a lid too.
Oh, you got a lid?
Yeah.
I got a full
Oh,
case.
man.
I know we were trying to stop.
That's
but I legit
what
wanted
I'm
to show you.
missing. Thanks, Leo. I'm missing my chat on my little Surface tablet here. I knew I felt naked somehow, but I couldn't quite place it, and now I know why.
Oh, good. You're
So
not
the
giving
first thing that
Apple
Leo-
more money.
Yeah.
Do
Dude
what?
comes in and goes, ooh, and then just says nice shirt and all. Then you immediately talk about how you feel naked, wondering, are we doing like an Emperor's New Clothes kind of situation here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I get that reference.
Does this work? Does this work? Hey, it does work. Not everybody all at once, because I don't know if it's going to break or not, and this is going to be a stress test of something I'm
Okay.
planning / working on. Go ahead and type the command, join the party with no spaces.
What did I type in? Sorry, I messed that up completely.
Join
Exclamation
the
point.
party. If you don't already have one, the Misty Mountain Gaming hoodie is so comfy. I do need a good hoodie. Unfortunately, I said not everybody all at once. Fuck. Let's see if it works. Hey, you know what? It looks like it's
Did you see
working
my
okay.
Stats, though? My
Uh,
stats in chat?
It looks like it's working okay.
Did you see there? Was that just me?
I see them. I see all of them. I see yours. I see Red Pandas. I see Kaylee's.
Okay, I definitely believe I have a 9 in intelligence, but I do not believe I have a 15 in charisma. Not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
I don't know
Now,
what I have, so that looks correct to me.
Oh, it returned errors because I haven't joined yet.
right, you have to join the party.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, if you follow the channel, it'll do that automatically. But for all of us longtime supporters of Playotic, of course, we're already following. So, you know, we can't. I mean, you could unfollow and follow again, but, you know, where's the fun in that? Also, I was like, why isn't that channel point there? There's a new channel point that you might notice. I'm going to redeem it first. You fuck. Oh, I forgot there's an alert tied to that.
Level up.
You level up. So now, if I type, where's my keyboard over here?
I felt like dumping all of them. I pushed myself to level 14.
Ah,
if I
boo! It
wanted.
still shows level 1. It's supposed to say level 2. Womp womp. You know what? That's what I get. So I'm a bit of a night owl, and it takes me quite a long time to decompress from the previous work week. So I don't start feeling productive until about 10, 11 p.m. on Sunday night. So about 11 o'clock, I'm sitting in bed, and I'm like, I have an idea. And then I proceeded to stay up until 4 in the morning coding all of this in StreamerBot, and then proceeded to spend a good chunk of the workday between phone calls continuing to work on it. And I'm pleased that it's working as well it is.
Crazy,
So
man.
I know. But here's the thing. So
Hyperfixation.
let's say that we're all having a fun time. Now, of course, you all are in the actual game, so you have character sheets to do this. But let's say you weren't in the game, and I was like, hey, everybody, there's a big bat boop. You got to jump over this rock. I need everybody to roll acrobatics. How about you all type !acrobatics and see what happens?
I will give everybody else a chance.
I rolled an 8. Did I make the jump?
I didn't set a DC, but it looks like you rolled a 5 plus your 1 dexterity modifier plus your level 1 or level 2 plus 2 proficiency bonus. So that's 8. That's kind of a bad roll. Somebody else roll acrobatics for me.
I went.
A 12.
Oh, that's a little bit better. 9 plus 1 plus 2. You know, it's better than 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, or certainly 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. But anyway, yeah, that should be there for every ability check. There's also one for initiative. I had to think of the right IN word. Initiative. So I don't want to say much more, but that's there now. So enjoy.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's there. Have fun with it. See if you can break it. I mean, don't deliberately try to break it. But if it breaks, I'm just gonna go ahead and preemptively say it's a beta. That way you can't get mad at me because it's a beta test and all that good stuff. Oh God, do I have the right? I do have the right music selected, I think, right? And that's not gonna blow up my eardrums, is it?
Hearing any, but
I'm
hope
not
it's right.
hearing any either. Why am I not hearing any? Probably because everything is broken. Or no, it's playing. It's because it's turned down. There we go.
Yay.
Oh, right, because hang on, because I'm dumb and I have a button for this, and I don't even have my Stream Deck set up. Wow, it's like I've only been doing this for like 3 months now. You'd think I'd be better at this. Pub.
It's almost like you're
begin.
not prepared.
It's almost like I'm not prepared.
Almost.
So the level up, you can only do it once per stream. So you can't just spam that level up button. But use it while you can. Kaylee, how we doing?
We're good.
We're good. We're good.
I leveled up and I don't think anything happened, so we're fine.
you pick one?
Awesome.
It let me pick like at level 2.
What'd you
It's
pick?
usually when druids get subclass.
I picked the one I was most familiar with, which was the forest one, which was already on my sheet last time.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, you can't do that. That's zero effort there, TBD.
You're a low effort streamer.
It's okay. I'm a low effort waitress. Hey, I'm Linda. If you don't remember, I know you're relatively new to the Placeholder Pub, don't you know? But I'll be your server tonight. Is there anything I can get you off started with to drink or to eat tonight?
I thought Linda got fired last week. that was something else, huh?
Yeah, word makes it back to around to the Placeholder Pub here about all your do good and ne'er do well and just the same. But it's quite perplexing there that you're a new adventurer and you just go off into the distance there, and whenever you cast a spell, it just turns into a fireball. That's just that's wild, don't you know?
Linda, you and me both are just as surprised.
Hey, well,
that
whatever.
Should happen again.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't want to steal a story from you, but it's the talk of the tavern, as they say.
Well, it was pretty much the same as last time. I threw an ice knife at this evil lady, and it turned into a fireball again.
Well, ain't that
How does this keep happening to you?
I don't know.
Now, you're sure you're a druid there, right? You're not one of them wild magic sorcerer types, like that one
Honestly.
that paper that says what I'm supposed to be doing.
I see.
Well, the fire spirits which I commune with heard something slightly different. In case elephants and memory. There's a.
I thought you were an elephant.
They are. The elephant flame spirits that I commune with on a frequent basis, if you will, overheard speak of this new fire flinging yellow jacketed thing seen before, and what I was informed of is a produce flame rolled quite high. There's a number of active things at play, and chaos turned it into a fire bolt.
Oh, that's right. I threw a flame ball that turned into a bigger flame ball. That's right. It was different this time, Linda.
It was still produced quite a flame.
It was a bigger flame, yeah. I remember now. I was there. I should have known.
I think it's the fact that, You went from ice knife to a fire explosion. Kind of sticks out a bit more than from small fire to bigger fire.
That is true. That makes sense. Well, hi guys. It's been a minute. How are y'all doing?
I'm I'm right. Right. Definitely has been a minute, and seems Linda has been hanging around the old ways of servers who shouldn't be here, judging people off of their classes.
I, I I don't know where you're getting that from. I don't feel like I was judging anybody. I was just curious, that just wanted to make sure that she was aware of any, innate spellcasting abilities that she might have. It wouldn't be the first time that a fighter's come into my tavern saying, all I can do is this, the old sorting board, but don't you know, it turns out they can cast a mighty old fireball.
She wants to keep playing, then she should.
Well, that's her prerogative. We're all about consent and bodily autonomy over here at the Placeholder Pub.
Hang on just a moment. Is that a crab back there?
Yeah,
That's not a gremlin.
it's my paralysis demon. Oh, you can see it too. It's not just me. Thanks, Ash. I appreciate that.
I thought there was a crab that was.
Yes. Oh, there goes
Roasted.
Crabbity.
King crab.
Well, anyway, it turns out that we're running a little low on jobs here, but we did receive word recently that a delivery of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar arrived, but it wasn't as ice cold as it could have been because. Well, no, it's a plot hook, because there was an avalanche in the trade pass, you see? Wow, that wasn't a slight on you. I was using it as a clever segue, you ungrateful whore.
Actually, now that you mention it, is there something wrong? Because my food is a bit warm today too, and lacking. Gonna start flapping his ears. It's kind of warm in here, actually.
I have a fan you can use.
Oh, thank you.
And I grab my fan of air portal opening.
Oh, shit. All right, let me roll. Actually, I'm going to let you roll a D100 to see if there's an air portal nearby.
Nolan, we are in the placeholder. It exists in its own pocket dimension. The placeholder pub is its own portal.
Correct.
So it does count as a portal.
But I have to see if the dice will it.
The dice willed a 50, so we got a 50-50 shot.
They willed a 50. Well, see, there's a bit of a debate about how to interpret the results of a D100 die roll, which, as you know, isn't actually. There is no 100 because it's a 0 through 9, and then it's a 10 through or 00 through 90 or whatever. The official rules as written, as I admire my bar maiden person pouring my Coca-Cola into a bluey sippy cup. Autism. The rules as written in the Dungeon Master Guide, I forgot what page it is on, indicate that the correct, or rather, not the correct, the intended ways to interpret the D100 roll is that it is not 1 through 100, but instead 1 through 99. Now, before you picked up those dice, I had resolved in my head that a roll.
Drink, my lord.
Thank you.
Thank you, my beautiful assistant.
Is this
Now get out of
yours?
here.
I now. Oh wait, no, that's just okay. I have so much Coke now. Thank you. You're the best. Before you had rolled the dice, I had resolved that a roll of 50 or greater would result in a portal being present. And so, in order to adequately resolve that, we must know that 0 through 99, both 49 and 50 are technically 50 or more, which means that's all just mindless yapping to say, yeah, there's an air portal nearby and it opens.
Yeah.
So what happens, Nolan?
It opens.
Well, I delete this adventure and we go on another one. Welcome to the world's greatest cooking show! No.
Oh my gosh, I was watching clips from that today. Peppermint Andy backed me up.
I do not have the energy to run that one again.
No.
Okay, so yeah, an air portal opens, though. Maybe it's because you're still learning how to use the portal. It doesn't last nearly as long, but it does last long enough for an icy cold, like the train from Coors Light just chugging down from the Rockies to Flavortown, and they just bring all the coldness to your food and beverages, whichever ones you want to be cold. They don't, of course, they don't negatively impact the hot ones because you wouldn't want the hot ones to be cold, and you don't want the cold ones to be hot. Although there is, some people do like cold and hot, and I need my soothing cough drops. Anyway, what were we talking about?
A massive blast of air in here, kind of just making a mess of the places. All of the temperatures back to normal, I guess, and we're all cooled off and drink, and this other pub is now as it should be, apparently.
Perfect. Well, I guess we don't need this job then. What do y'all want to do tonight then?
One moment. Reach down and pick up the paper and hand it back.
No, I gotta go.
I think you dropped this
real quick.
Well, no, I threw it away because it was a job specifically related to the climate here, but you fixed it, so.
Yay!
You said you were missing some.
Well, I was trying to give you a plot hook, and then you were like, "Oh, we'll fix it right now," and so you fixed it, so we're done.
Well, if it's still a job is a job.
Wait, no, that's really funny.
Who posted it? That actually is really funny.
Well, I guess.
That'll teach you for fucking around. No.
I
That's a good
question. I still want to get paid.
Well, let me reread this and make sure. Let's find a way to entice you, even though the climate's been fixed here. Hey, what's up, Gator? I am delaying trying to find an adequate plot hook because the one I was going to use has been destroyed. So give me just a moment. A dramatic question is presented with most scenes. Yes, I know. I would like to find such a dramatic question.
That's the quest.
Yes. The quest is always find the plot hook.
U.N.P.R.E.P.A.R.E.D 2, the quest for plot hook.
Right. Let's see. All right. I guess we can just go with this one, and even though it's going to require a lot of reading here.
Sorry, I had to go wrangle this cat real quick.
We have I guess it's okay. We have a strict no pet policy here, but it's mostly for a food and safety handling thing, but I guess it's okay.
So far, she doesn't really go after food.
Orin's gonna shush the little wildfire spirit under the table, clearly burning. Oh, okay. Which could be the reason why it was quite warm in here. Shit, did I not turn that thing off?
Dude. Come on.
All right.
Is it still warm? Are we still doing that one?
No, I was trying to find another adequate plot hook, but I can't really find one, so I'm just gonna wing it. Well, it may be comfy here, but ultimately, the avalanches it was more earthquakes. I think I crumpled up this paper and it kind of ruined some of the writing on there. That's kind of my fault, but. Anyway, from what I remember, there was a recent earthquake that's caused a bunch of rock slides and avalanches in the area, which kind of shifted the weather patterns real dramatically, but also disrupted some of our major trade routes. And so we were going to send it. It was more of a job of our own that we were going to initiate, but we wanted to send some people out there and make sure that none of our trade carts were trapped because there's some shipments that are running late, and just want to make sure that everything's all honky-dory on that trail.
Avalanches and rock slides?
Well, all right.
Looking for some carts. We're gonna go play carts.
Yay.
Well, perfect. Well,
As
I
long
guess
as I get paid, that's all I care.
yeah, we know, Ziggy, we know.
Okay. Cool. Let's go do it.
All
Look, and
right.
simple.
You open the door, and you find yourself on a snowy road. Why do I always mispronounce words? You find yourself on a snowy road. Hey, I thought you just said you deleted Discord.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I'm trying to uninstall it from my. I'm so mad at it right now.
Can you just? I'm genuinely not mad, but as an attempt to help you, do you have like a web version of it open somewhere?
No, it is uninstalled now. I don't have a web version open of it anywhere, but
Okay.
I'm checking.
I thought that was the bot that was getting the pings.
As far as I know, it's not.
It is
You can also enable streamer mode if you. I mean, if you've already ripped it out of your system, go for it. But
aside, the problem
yeah.
with my Discord on this setup is that it doesn't want to open. So it's running in the background.
Oh,
so
it's
I'm
just
getting all
running somewhere.
notifications, and I don't know where it is, so I just had to uninstall it. So it doesn't.
I bet it's
actually
off
work.
screen somewhere. I've had that happen. Especially like, is this a laptop you're running on?
Yeah,
Do you like sometimes hook it up to monitors and whatnot?
it's running on a monitor right now.
So one of the neat things about Windows, and I work in IT, so I'm very familiar with this. So especially when people are moving their laptop from like one workstation to another, where like they work at home with one monitor setup and then they take it to work with another monitor setup. Sometimes for whatever reason, depending on the cables you've got hooked up to it, if you've got like a 3-wide setup at home and then you've got like a 2-wide setup at work, it'll throw certain applications to that third monitor even though it doesn't exist. So it's there on your non-existent third monitor. And what you can usually do, pro tip for you come, I know you all come to Playotic Games for these hot IT tips. If you hold shift and right click on an application in the taskbar, there's an option called move. And then you can use the arrow keys to slide it from an invisible non-monitor onto an actual workspace. Of course, you could also try selecting it using the Windows arrow keys to snap it, but not all applications will snap. Snap. What's up, TL Holdren? TL Holdren is a new member of Playotic Games' what's the word? Extra Life. I almost said Donor Drive. Donor Drive's the back end. He is a new member of the Extra Life team on Playotic Games. So welcome, TL Holdren. We appreciate everything you do for us and for the kids. Tonight's a whole night of delaying. For those that missed it, I'm kind of coming off of like an allergy cold, so I'm a little bit low energy and a little frazzle-brained. But what were we doing?
We were walking through a door.
Oh right, you were walking through a dower. Because I can't pronounce words. Let us. Give me a second.
Walking out the door down the road.
Yeah. Where'd my OBS go? There it is. I'm gonna turn this down just a smidge, and I'm gonna open it. I think I know what happened with the audio. I think because I left it in the background, Firefox was like, "You want this tab to sleep?" and then it went to sleep. I think that's what the issue was. Art-based incentives are on the way. Well, if they're anything like your pigeons that you've shared in our Discord, it is fantastic. So,
Wait. Donate.
Yeah, incentives are always nice, but we do also have our own incentives here on the Unprepared. Excuse me. Oh, right.
Last week about a deck of cards.
There is, but that's unrelated to Extra Life. Okay, where'd my PDF go? Right. You begin on a snowy road outside of a frontier town near the ruins of Lastwatch Keep. And there is a $25 donation to Extra Life, which creates a shield of Extra Life for 25 damage. Wow.
Nick didn't say who. Oh, there it is.
It's a little bit delayed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sometimes I got to put my money where my mouth is. I can't let everybody have all the fun and be like, look at all this thing that we did if I'm not also contributing to the cause. You know what I mean?
If your money's where your mouth is, then where's your mouth?
That's a good question. It's a great question. The group begins on a
Unless he has
snowy road
extra mouths.
outside of a frontier town. Fuck, those S's are going to piss me off. I'm sorry if anybody else is hearing them as bad as I am.
I'm not hearing it.
It must just be me. I have also my left ear specifically is very sensitive to certain sounds and frequencies, and so every time I
listening to
hear
yourself,
it, it's
aren't
just
you?
do what?
You're listening to
Yep,
Oh,
monitor
always.
hearing.
If I don't listen to myself,
Okay.
it's like the reverse of a speech jammer effect, where I just
Okay.
like I can't control the volume of my voice.
Mhm.
Then that's why you can hear it and I can't because you're here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The group begins on a snowy road. How many times am I going to read this sentence? The group begins on a snowy road outside of a frontier town near the ruins of Lastwatch Keep. You see the landscape has shifted from all the earthquakes that have recently caused various avalanches and rock slides. Dude, you got me to the $50 mark. Quite the gentleman and a scholar. It's not just me that's a gentleman and a scholar, because it looks like we also just got a $5 donation as well, bringing the Extra Life Shield up to 30. Waiting to see who that is. I have a suspicion I know who it is, but I just want to wait. I need to reduce the delay on that. During Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, I thought I had it like almost perfect, but not quite. Hey, Monkey Man, thank you for that donation.
What does that
And
mean,
of-
Nolan?
Yeah. Look, Holdren, with as much help as you have given us, of course we're going to give you help, because you are though not an official member of the Playotic team, you are a member of the Playotic family, and we're happy to have you here. So that goes, and that is same goes with everybody. I don't want anybody to feel like they're left out on compliments and whatnot. I love everybody that's here, and the group begins on the snowy road outside the frontier town. A guttural shriek cuts through the air from the forested path ahead. The heavy snow on the mountains flanking the road trembles, threatening an avalanche. Please, everybody, roll me an insight check. The road is snowy, Holdren. We've left the pub. We are in a snowy, forested, mountainous area.
I got a 1.
You got a 1.
A natural
It's-
1.
A natural 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't see shit.
21.
21. And what was that, Monkey Man?
16.
16. TBD and Orwin, you know that the shriek was that of a goblin.
I've never seen one of those yet.
What'd you say, Kaylee?
I haven't seen one of those yet, but I've heard many things about them in the
You've listened to like the Goblin Bird Call CD?
yes. When I go to sleep at night, I like to listen to the Goblin.
Oh, so you must really enjoy Toad then as a character. Hi.
Question,
So
Holger.
we know it's a goblin that was shrieking. Are they trying to cause the avalanche by yelling?
That's a great question. Roll insight. Whoever wants to. It's not limited to just you.
22.
How bright is it? Because I'm just going to use that as an excuse of why I didn't pick up on that. I'm distracted by the snow blinding me currently.
Yeah, it doesn't indicate a time of day, but I'll say it's probably midday. Whenever the placeholder pub kind of like the jobs go on, in my head I kind of always imagine it's mid-afternoon unless it specifically says night. But with a 22 insight, although you're not super familiar with goblins because you've never really seen one, you can tell if you had to like imagine what goblins screaming sounded like. It didn't sound like a celebratory scream or like an angry scream. It was more like just a not like a hurt scream, but along that kind of veins, like just kind of like maybe a spooked or like a scared, like in that general. Like if you've got angry screams over here and spook scared screams over here, it's more over there.
So what I'm understanding is that it wasn't a scream. It's not a scream. It's not a scream.
It's a
It's not a
shriek.
scream. It's not a scream. Okay, sorry. So it's not a scream. It's a shriek.
Yeah, it's a shriek.
Cool.
As long as
My
it's not a
husband
scream.
told me about some goblins because he's a seasoned adventurer, unlike myself.
So he that sounds like a goblin shriek, but it sounds like a somewhere along the painful side.
Of course, someone's stabbing one. Awesome.
Should we go see?
Probably.
Kaylee, out of character, your husband's seasoned adventure, what is he seasoned with?
I don't remember. So that is an only in character thing. Out of character, my IRL husband. Yeah, no,
He's unseasoned?
He's unseasoned.
Not even salt or pepper?
No, not even salt and pepper. Very
Oh,
bland.
your husband's bland then.
Very bland. But yeah.
Wow! I'm gonna tell him
No,
you
I
said
just-
that.
Cooked chicken without any spices. Gotcha.
Don't do that. He's Hispanic. He'll get mad at me.
Could have said he's got a little adobo.
He's
Got a
got
little
a little bit
adobo.
of Dr. Mama in him, like the Cajun seasoning, some of that.
Yeah. All right. I personally
no.
like to season my chicken with mayonnaise. It's the greatest spice of all. Got a little bit of heat, a little bit of tang. As you walk down the KFC mystery mix, as you walk up the path, you do see two goblins who appear to have stepped in a hunting trap and are dangling from a net. Does anybody speak goblin?
No. Would it just be called Goblin? 'Cause no.
Yes, it would be under your languages. I believe Goblin is a language. We will say that they're speaking in common. We'll never find food for the masters. We'll be the next ones they feed to the beast.
Beast. I just say it like out loud, like in front of them. Just
Oh yeah,
How was this hunting trap?
it's like the standard. Like you've got a net that like up into the rope, into the tree, so they're like in a net hanging from a tree.
I don't know if it was like a.
No, it's not a bear trap or a bear trap.
I was thinking of like a rope over the foot, like you step in and they go. Wheat.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? It may be closer to that because it doesn't say net. Or no, it says dangling from a tree in a net. So yeah.
It's probably one of those net traps that were like wide open and just snap closed and
Yeah.
pulled up.
got it. Very
I'm gonna head up
cartoony.
to them and I'm gonna. Well, they're. And they flail around. Do
They can
really-
flail
they have
within the net, but like, yeah.
got anything on them that could be sharp or dangerous?
Possibly. One of them, roll a perception as you're approaching them.
Unnatural.
An unnatural 20. So one of them is wearing a patchwork of spider silk armor, and he's missing most of his teeth. The other one's missing an ear, and his eyes move in opposite directions. So like one moves up, the other one moves down. Like it's really weird to look at. Otherwise, it does not appear that they are carrying any weapons on them, or if they are, they must be stowed. They're not actively wielding weapons.
Right. Then I'm going to reduce flame from my trunk, and I'm going to put it kind of as a backup. I say, I can let you out of this net as long as you promise to not try anything that harm me or my minions. Wishing to help. If you try, the same is going in your face. I will not hesitate. You
Make
believe
it
me,
more
and if so,
succinct.
then
Stab us, we stab you.
Both of you go
I'm in
ahead
the
and make.
background, just like, yeah.
What up? Ziggy and Orwin make intimidation checks with advantage due to TBD's.
Oh, boy.
What up?
Oh yeah.
I actually have proficiency in that now. To which TBD would notice that Ziggy's a bit spikier than usual.
22.
18 plus 4, also 22.
So as they notice your presence and take in the words, they both of them kind of in unison just ah! And you hear the mountainsides start rumbling a little bit. But then they take notice of you and hear what you're saying. And one of them's kind of like patting his own head and like, I just want out of here. And the other one's just like swatting at him. It's like, it's all his fault, stupid idiot.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Well, wait, we need them to
I'm gonna
talk.
throw
We
a
don't know what happens
psychic
to
dagger at the
them.
rope.
Okay.
I'll catch them before they hit the ground. Make sure they're not screaming.
Okay.
I'll stand behind them.
They've got a goblin.
Would you like
arm.
me to roll an attack?
Yeah, let's do that. I was actually looking for, because I know it exists somewhere, rules for hitting rope. I just can't remember the name of that table. It's like AC of objects or something.
You mean?
Let's see. I know that's definitely gonna hit. Here we go. Yes, actually, the rope is made of adamantine. Wow.
It only matters if it's a crit, which it is. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, I don't know where the exact rules are, but I know that definitely hits, and I think it's something minuscule, like 5 to 10 HP. So yeah, roll it.
Okay, cool.
Roll
Yeah,
damage.
7 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Even if it doesn't cut it all the way through, it significantly weakens it, and after maybe a couple of moments, it sort of strains under the weight of these two goblins before falling to the ground.
No, I was gonna catch him. Sit at the ground and scream.
Well, towards the ground. So you catch them, and you have them in your loxodontal arms.
Gonna go, shh. Indoor voices. Show them towards the rumbling. We don't want that to come down. And I'm gonna set them on the ground, and like their feet are touching the ground, so they know that they're safe. I'm not gonna let them go yet because I don't want them running off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What did you mean? Sorry, what did they say about something being caught?
So they had to, what did they say? He said, one of them said they'll never find food for the masters, and they'll be the next ones they feed to the beast. Monkey Man's audio is in and out. Gotcha. I will try to address that. Thank you.
What masters?
Give me 1 second. I see. That should be a little bit better. Holdren, if it keeps cutting out, let me know. Sorry, could you repeat that for the audience because they may not have heard you.
What masters are you saying needs food for?
I saw it just a moment ago. Snark and Eagle, we are slaves to drow masters who are trapped in the keep and have been sending us to outside to forage. And if we don't find food, they'll feed us to the horrible monster besieging them inside the keep.
So your masters are trapped in a keep, threatening you two, to go get them food. And if you say no, they will feed you to, they don't know what is in there, but it's a threat. Correct?
Yes.
Have you been working with them for long?
I mean, we are slaves, so I mean, it's like, you know.
Okay then. How would you describe your masters?
I mean, if you were a slave, how would you describe your masters?
Listen, I'm hoping it's not like, I hope it's not like horrible, but I'm hoping it's kind of just like hey, I kind of owe them some stuff, so I'm just like a servant. I was trying to be nice here, Nolan. Not to be judgmental about how people treat others nowadays. Gosh.
For legal reasons, I have to say our masters are the most kind, caring, professional people in the world.
They
Do
have
I
a
believe
balloon on the
that?
back of their hand.
Can we roll like an easy insight check? Like, is he winking
We
too?
believe that.
Yeah, auto success. You can tell that like that has I'm just here so I don't get fined
Bullshit.
energy.
There you go. That's what I was hoping for. And where is this keep that they're stuck in?
It's just up there on the cave, up the path. But we thought about just leaving, but they're rich and evil and cruel or sorry, I didn't say that. They're wealthy
No, no.
and
They're
good
fucking
and
assholes. It's
and
cool.
they would spend a lot of money for our safe return if we were to just up and leave.
Nice to know that
They'd put
you
a bounty
will
on your head to
be
drag you
missed.
back and spend a good amount of coin on it. Gotcha.
You said it, not me.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
You shouldn't have told Ziggy that because Ziggy's gonna return you. I was gonna let you go.
I want to go see them for
You
myself
want the gold.
and trying to figure out what's going on here. Also, we've been tasked on clearing.
You gotta fucking call me out like that.
I'm just telling you. I'm behind.
They don't need to
can't hear
know.
me. Maybe they can. I don't know how loud I am. I bet I'm pretty loud.
I like to think that we're all kind of just like silently talking like this to not avoid this, and we're all like not even aware of each other's volumes and thinking we're all being quiet, but like not. We're all actually standing 5 feet from each other, just having a group conversation, but we all think that we're separate areas. It's like,
It'd be like I did that one ASMR stream. When
speaking of which,
We're all
don't we have
having
roles to make, Nolan?
We do, because we just crossed the threshold of $100, thanks to a $5 donation to Extra Life, courtesy of Decoy69. Thank you, Decoy, for that donation. We are at. I'm hoping this is I missed because I don't think we were over 4,300, but now we are $4,302, which means
wow.
we get to roll a Playotic Surge.
So it's every 100 now.
It's every $100 raised to Extra Life. I mean, there's other things. Every time Nyx levels up as well, but
Is that on like the rotating info on the screen? Because I wasn't aware
it
of that.
should be.
Okay.
Let's
I'm turning
roll that surge.
I'll be looking for that.
2.
Oh,
Ooh.
big oh.
Oof. Where is my sheet? Did I close it?
Why did you change the music just now?
I restarted it.
Okay, I thought you like made it like really dramatic and bad.
No. I just restarted. It does sound like really dramatic when it first starts, but then it kind of gets lively. Hang on, I closed my my sheet here. Give me just. I really should just like print this off. It'd be one less thing that I have to have on my computer screen at every given time. Let's see. The old D6-a-rooney, player 2, Ziggy.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Holdren with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Or gifts a sub to Decoy. That
Damn
means Nyx levels up to level 2, which creates another Playotic Surge.
I was
Which
trying to do that, but Holdren was like 2 seconds ahead of me.
is a little fast on the draw. Let me go ahead and trigger that surge while I'm telling Ziggy what's going on there. Ziggy has 1 level of exhaustion.
Well, it's a good thing Eric still had that 1 level last time.
You should have rested before that.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
to
so
take it
you don't
off.
have to do anything now, is what you're
Nope.
saying. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right.
works.
Perfect.
23.
23.
Yeah,
Let's roll the old D6. Player 1.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Because it's not currently relevant, but it will be there, watching and waiting and commiserating. Or
Why the
when-
fuck am I tired now?
Maybe it's the snow
Maybe. Could be.
Shit's bright.
and cold.
We will have to see what that does. I wish this is your favorite part of the stream, the waiting for something to just jump out at you. What were we doing? All right, so they were telling you that these goblins are slaves to some drow masters who are in a cave somewhere, and 3 people just disappeared from the stream. What just happened? Did everybody just disappear? Is it just hello? Oh.
We try to get that boat over there and feed it to whatever deity is the manager of Poseidon.
That is a great idea, Captain.
Yes, can we do that? Am I asking permission? Man the sails! Hoist the anchor! And we're already going. You just make sure I don't fall over.
Yes, Captain! Yes, Captain!
Thank you, Benji! You're pulling your weight today!
Trying, sir!
Benji really is best.
There's an extra muffin in it for you at dinner!
We don't have any muffins, sir. We have zero.
Tell him that.
We'll make a muffin for Benji.
I give him a potato, he thinks it's a muffin.
For Benji.
He'll bite straight into a raw potato, thinking it's a muffin. Just let him do it.
Survive and use all potatoes for vodka.
Use all potatoes. Well, we'll just give him a liquid muffin.
Liquid muffin for
Liquid muffins, Barry! Liquid muffins! You hear it? Hold fast!
You see him working.
Can you sing us a song, Bard?
I do not sing, I compose poetry.
Oh, like weird poetry?
Yeah, about dragons?
Lovely dragon, how are thee?
Weirdest.
Won't you want to get with me?
I would love to hear one, actually. I'm grieving.
I bet you would.
Grieving and schmeeving and cleaving and bleeving. I'm not good.
That's fair.
As these giant people are just trashing their village.
And Zendaya's running around trying to find ones to heal, and then she accidentally steps on a few.
Yep, absolutely.
Honey, you're not
She's
supposed
a
to step
large.
on them.
I know, I'm fixing them, I promise.
I can fix them.
At least I'm not trying to
I
eat
wasn't
them.
eating them, I was just
honey.
eating their homes. It's different. Okay.
If you
I'll
make,
stop.
if you make your trolls eat anything, if you make your house out of something edible, troll will eat it. This might be their fault.
That's an accurate.
Hello and welcome to the Unprepared. Would it absolutely blow your mind if I told you that the surge was a restart the stream?
I mean,
I would like to claim that it was, but it wasn't. It just is a power
That's
outage.
funny. That's
but that
really
would be
funny.
really funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, wild magic.
Yeah.
that'd be a hell of a surge.
I totally should have claimed that it was, but no, that was just an unplanned power outage, and that's
It's
just
Potato
another.
Man.
It's a potato man.
That's why we're back on time.
Oh
It's
my
Potato
god,
Man's
that's
here.
it. The power of
No,
Potato
you're
Man,
Potato
yeah, and just
Potato
another
Man.
sign to myself that I need to go ahead and buy that backup battery. Let me. Oh, it kept the. Okay, cool. Hang on. I was worried that. No, I still have to do it. Give me a second because we restarted the stream. The next level up stuff is all desynchronized. Holy shit, that's a katana. Hang on, I'm trying to fix this real quick while. Let's see. Hang on. I'm trying to fix this, Ash. I appreciate you trying to show me your sword, but now is not the time.
If she wants to play knifey spoony, I'll go get my halberd.
Maximum, no powers up. That's the one I need to run, so I need to set that to core.
I got like a plastic
Command triggered, and we're gonna set that to test 2, and then let's try this real quick. Test 2. Test. Nyx is currently level 2, right? How many? Okay.
Gentlemen, I don't think that it is. He's just messed with the focus a little bit. So
all right, our Nyx commands may be a little bit desynchronized tonight. I don't want to spend too long fussing with it, but that's something for me to think about next time. Is what happens if we have to restart a stream? Anyway. What were we doing? We had just resolved walking down the snowy path while I'm slowly being threatened in the background. We have a Playotic Surge that I have written down that I have to wait for a relevant moment for it to actually take effect. It is a sword. Oh,
it's drying.
It's drying. Okay, I'm glad.
We were at the goblins.
Oh yes, the goblin slaves.
Talking about their employers and
the employers.
We were thinking about going, or possibly going to see about going up there, but then
let's get some.
We got surged.
Yeah, so I was telling them the backup battery that I keep bitching about that I don't want to replace. It died because the power went out for like longer than 5 seconds. So. Yeah, I know. I was saying now that it's officially a Playotic expense, I can spend the money. But because it was just a me expense before, I just couldn't justify it. But yeah. Holdren with the 5 gifted subs. Holy shit! Fuck. And the hype train. Fuck, man. Yeah, so that means we're definitely... So the tracker on screen is definitely accurate. I just don't know how accurate the... Okay, actually, it looks like it figured itself out. Look at past Nolan doing a lot of error checking with his commands. Holy shit.
Thank you, Aldrin.
Thank you so much. You know what, just for that... Fuck, I gotta get all this stuff. My computer stayed on, thankfully, so I didn't have to like pull everything back up. I just had to wait for like all the servers and everything to boot back up. But the internet went out, which was the big no Reno. All right, so we got a whole bunch of gifted subs. We got 35 points of extra life shielding. We've got level 4 Nyx. We've got a whole bunch of people. Hey, Potato Man, type join the party in chat with an exclamation point. And anybody new that wasn't here at the start of the stream, that if you're following Playotic, type join the party exclamation point in chat. We are currently in a snowy mountain sort of pass right now, and the party has found these 2 goblins who are snared in a trap, and after cutting them free, they revealed that they are the unwilling servants of some drow who are trapped in a cave. And in the drow have been sending the goblins out to find food for them. Otherwise, they will feed them to a beast, and they don't want to run away because if they do, the drow will simply just hire some people to bring them back. So that's where we left off. We just resolved a surge. We have another surge coming. Let me go ahead and do that real quick before we get too far into this. Your stats are just like real life. So we did the level 2 surge and we did the level 3 surge. This is the level 4 surge.
We did a level 1 surge and we did the $100 surge.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So what was that number? I wasn't even 38. Looking. 38. Oh no. Oh, Jed, you're already. Hang on. I know why. It's because you're. No, she did join, but she was my guinea pig last night, so her character thing is all fucked. Give me a second.
That's what mine looked like earlier.
Yeah. Anyway. Or yeah, no, okay, you're right, Monkey Man. I thought she typed join the party. Yeah, you've got to join first, Ash. Sorry, you were right. My mistake. I had her test last night, and I thought that's why it wasn't working. Well, you said that was a 38, right? Where's my sheet? There it is.
Sir.
Okay. Perfect.
Try joining again, Ash. There you go. Yay.
There we go. Now it's working. Player 3, Kaylee.
No.
Your blood until the end of this game has been replaced by a swarm of bees. It does not harm you in any way or hinder your body in any way. However, if you're cut, a swarm of bees is released and will attack the nearest hostile enemy.
Are they dank?
Oh, they're so dank. They're the dankest
We
bees.
won't know until they're released.
Somebody tag Kilo Bean.
One more.
Do I want a dragon or a moth? I think I want a dragon because I am Year of the Dragon, I believe.
Not Mothman specifically.
97.
Ooh. 97.
Player 3, Kaylee.
No.
What? You don't want an upgrade where you can permanently increase one of your ability scores by 2?
Yes, I do.
No, I can take it if she doesn't
Yeah,
want
I
it.
mean, I can give that to Orwin if you don't want it.
She said no.
She did say no.
She did say no.
I did say no. To be fair, it's a little complicated.
To be fair.
Permanently, so I just do it.
Yeah, so there should be in D&D Beyond. I should probably do this so I can guide people through it. But I believe if you click or right-click on an ability score, there is a way to override it or add a modifier.
And then you can...
yeah, other modifier, yeah.
Yeah, just put in other modifier. It will it by however much.
Any of my skills.
Any of your main stats.
Main stats?
Any of your main stats, yeah.
So like
you can,
your
you can
six
use
stats.
2 upgrades.
You know
Yeah.
Or you can just
I just saw
upgrade
Potato
one by
Man.
2.
Ash is an eldritch being. Her stats are not comprehensible to the mortal mind.
So
all right.
Upgrade your main stat. You choose Wisdom.
Let's get back here.
Cool.
That does like your everything for.
Actually, you know what? As an apology to the stream going offline, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a bonus surge.
If it's a bad one, that's not an apology. I'm gonna roll with that.
Right?
Shit.
58.
I made myself smarter.
You made yourself smarter. Well, that's good because I think this will be mainly beneficial to you, though I don't know how many... I know Monkey Man and Ryan have both had this, I think. You all now have a handy haversack, immediately containing any of your stored inventory, other than other pocket dimension items, of course. You also, within that handy haversack, instead of finding a magical item, it contains 200 gold.
Oh, so this is a new one. Okay.
Yes.
I have
so,
money.
You got money. Your pockets are a little fuller. Thanks, Nix. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Nix.
That's what I should do. I should add a command for Nix's stats. Anyway, back to the game. Now that we've been thoroughly derailed. Let's start that music up for the 13,000th time. Yes. So, the goblins, yes, they're slaves. There's masters in the cave, and they don't want to be fed to them, and they're scared.
Can't go yet.
Cave? What cave? Exactly.
Yeah. Got arms, they can't go yet, so we're still kind of just questioning them. I'm not hurting them, but I'm just making sure they don't like run away or anything.
We're here to figure out why things are getting attacked and our supplies aren't making it to destinations, right?
That is exactly the thing behind the job. Yep, is what's happened to supplies. There's landslides and rock slides and avalanches blocking stuff. And it sounds like there's somebody blocked in a cave. So it sounds like there might be one of those somewhere. But if there's a cave, not a tunnel, we don't know. So where are your masters trapped? Do you know the way?
Follow-up question. Are you the assholes stopping all the caravans?
That was a really good follow-up question.
Do we really look like we're the kind that would stop caravans?
How tall are these? goblins?
They're goblin size, like 3 foot. One of them.
You really want to be lying to me right now?
From your interactions with them so far, one of them does like they seem like just scared in general. I mean, both of them seem terrified, but they don't seem like the type of you don't even need an insight check for this. They don't seem like the type of like bandits or burglars. They just look like worn down goblins who are, not happy to be in the situation they're in.
I don't feel really much threatened by them at all, right? One of them's got eyes that don't go in the same ways, and the other one is all patchy and missing an ear.
You're Steve Buscemi's character for Mr. Deeds.
Exactly. Any doctors in chat, can you tell me if it's safe to take Flonase twice in a day? Because fuck, it helps so much, but I don't want to burn a hole through my symptom.
Just read the things and see what it says not to exceed.
It says 1 per day, but
does it say do not take more than blank?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
There's a recommended dosage and there's a do not exceed dosage.
Do not exceed,
usually.
yeah.
The question is, what is the exceed?
Do not spray into the eyes.
Thank you. Really? Apply directly to forehead. Head on.
I think I'd have to look at the actual box. I don't think the label on it has that information.
Is it a small bottle?
Yeah.
Or a small thing? Does it peel?
No, this one doesn't. I checked for that, unfortunately. How do you enter the giveaway? Well, you got to go to GalaxyCon and be in Oklahoma City, Kaylee, because that's what it's for. Maybe. I'm assuming that's what Ash is talking about. I have no idea.
She wants to be smothered with a pillow or get a bean burrito.
Maximum total daily dosage should not exceed 2 sprays in each nostril per day.
Hi, Potato Wife. Is it nose to toes towards the outside? Because that's how I've always done it. I don't know if that's correct or not, but... Nolan, that's the wrong giveaway. Oh, okay. So I have no idea what giveaway you're talking about. Colorado also has marinara. I do love Colorado marinara. Sorry, I'm getting caught up. I'm getting distracted by chat. Everybody's having such a fun time in chat, and I'm just like, I want to be a part of it, but I have this stupid game to run. I would buy you a burrito. You would have to come pick it up in Colorado. I would happily come to Colorado. I'm overdue for a visit. Anyway. What were we talking about? All right, the goblins. Sorry, you lovely people right here in front of me. I have to entertain you, so let me do that.
You already are entertaining enough as it is. You don't need to have to give us more attention.
Gotcha. Okay, well,
let's
just stop playing D&D and just hang out. Can we do that?
Actually lying to me.
Did I scroll down? Is that the? Oh, that's the same page. Okay, hang on. Sorry.
What we're asking is, where is the cave?
The cave is it's. Oh, we got another sub.
And a surge.
And a surge. That's wrong. Nyx isn't level 4. Nyx is level 5. Oh, that's why I can't manually tweak it. Wait, what? Something's not right. It's supposed to count the current subs. Oh, it's the current subs in the session, and because, fuck, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to manually override that. We're somewhere between level 4 and level 5, probably like 2 or 3 more subs to get there. We're just gonna have to ignore. Nyx is wonderfully incompetent. Thanks, Holden. We should be at 7. What was I saying? All right, so the keep is. Per the adventure here, it's about a 3-hour hike up into the mountains down this main road, but you can probably make it faster. I feel like y'all are really capable.
We are taller.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. All right. I have some food that I can bring for your reasoning. You can say that you found people who have food. That's going to be our way in, and we're going to figure out what the hell they're up to, and if they're the reason why our supplies are not coming. So it's a win-win situation. And then I'm going to lift them off the ground, and I put them on both my shoulders, kind of like this. Like I got like birds, those entertainers got birds one on each shoulder.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start heading up the mountain. At least I am.
Oh, we're taking them with us?
Well, they need to go back, and then right in their face, we're going to show them what not to do and how to be a proper person and not a douchebag who owns slaves. I mean, come on. What the hell?
everybody roll me a history check. And that means you two in chat roll history by typing exclamation history to see if you pass or fail.
This is going to be...
I rolled a 4.
Can I choose the one in chat over the one I got? Actual
Right. I probably need
got
to
a
figure out a way
13.
to clean that up because that's going to get real messy, isn't it? What did you get, sorry, in game?
13.
13. Kaylee, what'd you get?
A 4.
A 4. And Ziggy, what'd you get?
With disadvantage, a 19. I'm pissed because the other one was a nat 20.
Ah. Well, a 19 is still good. So pretty much nobody. There's a couple people in chat. Anybody in chat that got over a 14. Oh, my camera's... There we go. Anybody in chat that got over a 14, as well as Ziggy, you recognize... Oh, they've said it a couple of times. They said Lastwatch Keep. And you remember reading or hearing somewhere that Lastwatch Keep is an abandoned outpost built in the age of the conquering kings, whatever that means. You hike about 3 hours up this snowy mountain road. It's been about... Let's see, where's my D100? Everybody, the group here, make a stealth roll, all of you. That's a D8, not a D10.
Flat roll, then. $14.
13.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1?
It's my jacket. It's blinding against the snow.
It's just dragging in the snow and...
Oh, I guess I could be rolling with disadvantage too, huh?
You
It
shouldn't
didn't
be.
matter. One's like the lowest I could get. But...
Yeah, no, it's fine. You do manage to walk through the mountains without causing too much noise. And as you approach the entrance of the cave, you are able to avoid triggering an avalanche traveling through here. The snowy, desolate keep is sunk into the mountainside as you approach, and you see a battered iron door sitting in like the frame of a crumbling gatehouse that leads into the keep. It's not closed, it's just kind of like off its hinges a little bit.
Oh man, this place is off the hinges.
I see what you did there.
And I'm gonna take both my fists and like pointing towards the guns on my shoulders. I'm like, Nolan, NPCs,
Yeah. From the
Okay.
extra life.
What?
Oh, the NPCs. Gotcha. I thought you were doing
NPCs. I'm the goblins on my shoulder. I'm looking for fist bumps because I made it funny.
Oh yes, I heard guns on your shoulders, not goblins.
Goblins. Sorry.
Sorry, I thought you were making a reference to the extra life thing. Yeah, they'll fist bump you.
And as they fist bump me, they're each gonna get one of those magic pebbles because hopefully we can get them on our side if we need to. So
hell yeah.
Give you.
Would you all no? That's never mind. That's too
What?
much. I was gonna say,
What?
would you all? This was directed at like everybody, chat included. Would you all prefer the ability checks be in a channel point form, like even if it was like free or something? Just well, no, because it would still say they were done. I'm just trying to think of a way to clean up chat with it, so it doesn't get too spammy. But well, that's for another time. So yeah, you approach the door. Did you say you're walking in? Sorry, or how did you just made a horrible pun and got some fist bumps from? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and gave them each stone to hopefully help us out.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of just preparing for what's ahead. I presume we're going to be using the thing you sent us now.
Yes, I believe that's going to be for this.
Is it the top or bottom?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that yet because you haven't walked in the door just yet. So
I would first like to make sure that the doorway is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation on the door.
Okay, let's see how. 16.
16. It's just looking like a crumbled, rotted out door on a gatehouse. No barbed wire, no trip lines, nothing that you can see on the door. Just a rotted out door.
My investigation, I tell if it was locked.
If the door itself was locked, like before crumbling to the time, I don't know that you would be able to determine that given the condition of the door.
Yeah. Gonna try to push it out of the way.
Yeah, it just kind of like it starts to move a little bit, and then it just kind of like falls, and now it's off to the side. And you see within the gatehouse, there's 4 what appears to be ancient human skeletons on the floor, and nothing recent by any means. Arrows protruding from their rotting armor, and another door. This one a little bit better condition, leads further into the keep. And Monkey Man, to answer your question, we are entering on the bottom right corner of the map.
Cool. 4 skeletons, their armor is rotting, and they have arrows that are sticking out of
arrows
them?
protruding out of their armor. Yep, like they were shot.
Can I see how old this was? Or how any idea?
Hundreds of years. It would be your
Okay.
best guess.
So we're talking pure skeleton at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Dust
Okay.
to time.
Can I pick up a skull?
You could.
Can I put it in my pocket or my backpack?
I don't see why not, and I'm hesitant to ask why. So I'm not going to.
Thank you.
It sucks to be these guys, but their problems have long since been over.
Neat. I follow in after them.
Awesome. Nobody in this party uses arrows, right? No? Okay. Cool. All right. Ziggy, I'm assuming you'd like to check the next door for traps. All right. I'm not going to make you roll for this one because you can plainly see that much like the other one, this one's shielded from the elements, so it's not in as bad condition. But since these goblins have been coming in and out of this keep, it's not like, cobwebbed over. It doesn't, there's no tripwires or anything that you can see, no pressure plates. It's just an old door.
Alrighty. Try to open.
All right. As you slowly push open the door, there's a sort of shadowy gloom that pervades this room, and the uneven floors have a webwork of cracks. You see some rubble surrounding a partially open door on the west side of this chamber. So you've kind of like gone through 3 rooms now. You can imagine like you've got your first, the gatehouse, then you've got sort of like a man trap kind of things. Like it's just slowly getting deeper and deeper into this keep. Please roll a perception check, everybody.
It's dark in here.
It doesn't specifically say. I'm going to assume that it's dim light.
Do you say gloomy?
I did say gloomy.
Okay.
I got a 9.
A 9.
27.
27. Okay. 11. Who got the 27? Orwin? Gotcha. So as you're kind of like, I'm assuming you're all walking into this room, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to just be like, yeah, you all walk into the room. So as you walk into the room and start kind of, cautiously looking around, you see Orwin on the northern wall. That's the one that's up. You see what looks like, you ever notice how like, if you're like looking at bricks, sometimes the masonry like doesn't seem to match, like it was like newer or something. You see what appears to be just a door-ish sized section of the masonry that just kind of seems different than the rest of the wall. And as you're looking at that as well, you can spot through the very small opening of the door on the west side of the room some kind of like shape or shadow behind the door, and then as you kind of like look towards it, it disappears.
Interesting. Okay, so if there's a shadow there, that means that there's a light source in there.
Or just dark. Not necessarily like a shadow, but like you see something in the crack of the door, and as you go to like look to see what it is, it disappears.
Okay, so I've got if fit against not anything, I got a bomb wall to the north and a mysterious door to the west.
That pretty much sums it up. And to the west, in front of the door, is sort of a pile of debris. There's a little bit in the room in general, but there's a lot more in front of that western door.
Is there anything, just standard rubble, just like planks and rocks and stuff? Because I may be looking at the map too literally, but I don't know if there's any containers here as well.
No, not that I can see. Just
okay.
Boards and stones, and if there are buckets or anything, they're rotted through and not like they're no longer bucket-ish.
Okay, note stuff. Don't take map literally, because I was just going to put stuff in front of the other door first.
Spaghetti on the door.
I'm going to release the party and say we either have a new kind of looking passage or door to the north, and a silhouette that disappeared to the door on the west.
Sounds interesting.
Which way would you like to go?
Let's try door number 1.
Door 1, and I'm gonna look at the goblins and say, "Do you know anything about this?"
I never noticed it before.
Insight check.
Yeah, roll insight.
That's a nat 1 for a 7.
And whether or not he's telling the truth, it certainly sounds plausible.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go up and slightly push on the stone door because currently I don't have a reason to question them.
And this is the secret bomb door that you're pushing on.
Yeah, sorry, bomb wall, if you will. Yes.
Yeah. Just want to make sure it's the correct door we're
door.
talking about.
Yeah.
As you begin pushing onto that
push on
door,
it lightly to see if it gives.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. As you're pushing onto that door, the western door springs open, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second and I'll ask for everybody's initiative. I'm getting my tracker set up. It's like, I love combat, but I also, like, when doing this, I have, like, a newfound hatred of combat. And I'm like, I don't want to do this, but you kind of have to because part of the tension is the draining of resources, and it's just like, yeah. Anyway. Orwin, what did you get?
That would be nice, let me say.
Kaylee, what did you get? Or sorry, teammate.
It's 18.
An 18. And Ziggy, what did you get?
This exhaustion's kicking my ass. Because I got a 7 for a nat 1.
Ooh. Alrighty. Sort this.
The music is drowning people out. It is epic. Thanks, man.
The music is drowning people out. Man, I must have really messed up all of my settings over the weekend. I apologize. That should be better. Yeah. If that's not improvement, please let me know. That's good. Okay. Awesome. Appreciate it. Okay. So we got the initiative tracked here, and I am getting a few more things set up. Gotta remember, this is like the worst part about this is having to interpret a character's stat block and monster sheet on the fly with zero preparation. But that's the whole thing. That's the point of the show. So out of that western door, oh god, is it really? Okay, yep. Let me just make sure here.
It's funny because my gut told me look for something to put in front of the door just in case. You're like, nah, there's nothing.
Well, the door opens inward anyway, so even if you put it in front of it, it wouldn't have done it. They just...
Okay, fine.
Where'd my initiative? Oh, I got 2. I need to buy like 7 more screens.
I can tell you what our initiative is if you...
No, it's mostly that I was looking for my initiative tracker and my another thing. Okay, so from that door emerges a drow who begins casting a spell. Is that correct? Is that really right? Is that all they're gonna do? Oh yeah, okay. I guess that's a little overblown, but okay. So
wait. Is Nolan going first?
Mm-hmm. Technically, it's a surprise round, so it doesn't really count.
Okay,
but
because I know you've been waiting for this for a long time.
I know, right? And of course, it's the first time that I actually get to go first in a combat is when they cast Fairy Fire, and you are all outlined in varying colors. Let's say yellow.
Dex save.
Dex save. Is it a Dex save?
Dex save.
Each creature in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Any creature in the area where the spell is cast also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity throw. Oh, object. You're right. Okay, so yes, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, each of you. Thank you. Objects don't save, of course, and you all aren't objects.
13.
So do I use my save DC? Or do I use...
Yes. Yeah, in your top left there where you've got like your strength save, con save, dex save. Yep. It's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
So it's whatever that is, or do I roll?
So you roll it the d20 and then you add that modifier to it.
And I add plus
So treat it like any of like a skill or anything. Just you're adding that modifier instead.
Got an 8, and then my save DC.
Uh-huh.
Well, their save DC would be the dictation of whether. Or
Oh,
not.
I get what you're asking. So, are you looking at the D&D Beyond character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see in the top left where it says saving throws? It's got like strength, dex, con, wisdom, intelligence, and it's got a number like a plus or a minus next to dex.
Yeah.
So you add that number to your. You rolled an 8,
so
right?
Just like I was making any sort of other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a different kind of ability check. It's called a saving throw instead of like acrobatics.
Well, I got an 8.
Ash said she's an object. You got an 8. Is that including the modifier or not including the modifier?
That's including. I rolled a 6 and then.
Oh, okay, and you got your +2. Okay. Orwin and Ziggy, what did you get?
15.
15. 13. So TBD begins glowing a sort of. I'll let you choose blue, green, or violet.
Violet. I want purple.
You're gonna be purple. Good choice.
You're not gonna like the reason.
Yeah, I don't care. I just
As you begin glowing violet, the drow that had emerged retreats into the room. It sounded like somebody gave us a bless. I will retroactively, thanks goodness for that bless. I will retroactively let you use that that bless to add a D4 to your roll if you choose to do so.
Oh.
Yep, the caltrip looking one.
Oh, I got a 4, so.
12, right?
12.
Nice. So the DC was 11, so none of you are affected by the fairy fire. Thanks, goodness. So now, the drow has retreated into the other room, leaving you all alone in this room here. But you know now that there are at least some creatures with hostile intentions in the western room.
Look at the goblins and say, "Was that your masters? One of them?"
I couldn't quite tell, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Whatever the case is, they're a spell-casting asshole, and then dealt with.
And then they look at each other. Can they cast spells? Have they ever cast spells on us?
Have they?
I don't know. I really don't know.
So I don't know. I personally don't like fighting. I'm not a big violent person. I'd rather just keep going the other way.
I think that's the only way.
Oh, the other way. Wait, is there another way? Did we figure out?
There's the north wall.
That wall opened that door.
Oh, this wall opened that door?
Oh. I get what you're saying.
Is that what happened?
So it was sort of simultaneous to, as you were beginning to push on that wall, the western door, a drow emerged from the western door.
Either way.
Look.
Oh, somebody, hang on. Somebody made it sad. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna stop this battle music.
Why is it sad, Ash? Why is it sad?
You know,
Ash wants her beef burrito. Nobody will buy it for her.
slavery is wrong. Because when you enslave a person, you take away their agency and their right to choose what they eat for dinner. And when you feed them, you're like, oh, you know, here's your fucking daily rations of bread and milk. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm feeding my slaves. At the end of the day, they might want a burrito. And if you don't give them the burrito, are they really experiencing life? Because if you can't go to Taco Bell, or Taco Casa, or Taco John, or any of the other taco stands that you prefer, and get a burrito, that delicious, soft, floury tortilla wrapped around barbacoa, or steak, or roasted chicken, or whatever protein. If you're vegan, guacamole, pico de gallo, some rice, some refried beans. If you can't shove that delicious, soft, nutritious burrito in your mouth at the end of the day, are you really experiencing life? And when you enslave somebody, you're taking that away from them. You're denying them the joys of watching the sandwich burrito artist, or whatever they call them at Chipotle or Qdoba or Freebirds or your local, high-end, taco place. If you can't watch them try to shove all of those ingredients into a way too big tortilla, but still won't somehow fit it all, and they try to roll it up and cram it in, and they look at you like, really, more? You want to? You see how stuffed this is, and you want more? And they go home to their loved ones, or maybe they're alone, and they stare at the loaded end of a gun because you asked for triple steak in your burrito, and they take their life? Are you really living? So anyway, yeah. As you began to open the door to the north, there was there was a drow that emerged from the left side there, and attempted to cast fairy fire on you.
I'm gonna say this for the end of that little tirade. If you're not feeling the greatest, please reach out to somebody.
991, I think it is, or is it 999?
Yeah,
I really should know this.
One sec.
Well, I was looking that up. I'm really glad that Ash just wanted a bean burrito and she didn't ask for steak.
Welcome to Del Taco. We have your free shavakadu. 988.
You can either call, text it, or just go to the site and chat.
Can we make that a bot command, Nolan?
Yeah, honestly, we probably
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Send me a message so I
Yes.
don't forget, and I'll make a mental health awareness. Because as much as we joke about it, it is genuinely a
It's a
problem.
real thing, and it needs to be.
It is, yeah. As much as I joke about it, as much as I joke about driving my car off a bridge every day, it's a serious choice, and it's not one that anybody should have to make. And oftentimes, those feelings are fleeting. I know everybody has a bad day. I know everybody feels down and depressed at the rat race and the cycle of life. But ultimately, those feelings do pass. Even if you do have depression, even if you do have personality disorders that make life hard, those feelings are passing. So
even if it's 1 or 2 days a week, we like y'all here. We really do.
Mm-hmm. We'd rather have you here than not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we're talking about mental health and not killing yourself, and you're talking about a dog fence?
I feel really weird.
Yeah. About the dog fence?
No.
About the suicide?
About the bean burrito?
Why are my speakers on? That's why I'm hearing an echo. Jesus.
Also, my therapist also does not think these jokes are as funny as I do.
Is it a medical emergency, or are you just having a...
Most wouldn't.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm live right now.
What is Ash asking about
You
now?
feel funny?
Offense?
The scale of 1 to 10, funny.
No, what is just
Yeah.
I'm like 6.
Yeah. Why don't you lay down?
Okay.
Maybe it's all the PLA fumes. Could be. Yeah. Lay down. Watch you some true crime, and if it becomes an issue, let me know, and we'll do something about it. Okay. You good
Be
though?
safe, Ash.
Seriously?
No.
Be safe.
Did I say you can touch me?
No.
Tell her to be safe. Tell her to be safe.
I think everybody says be safe. You be safe. Oh, okay.
Don't want to.
Anyway, my therapist does not think those jokes are as funny as I do. I had to ask my therapist because I never knew how to answer the question. Every time they were like, "Are you suicidal?" One time I was just like, "I don't know how to answer that question because I think about killing myself multiple times a day." So, is that a yes? And for those that don't know, the official, at least according to my therapist, answer is as long as you don't have a plan, you're not suicidal. I don't know how.
There's a difference between intrusive thoughts and actually going to.
Yes.
I mean, I can tell you how many times I thought about, like tripping someone on the street because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I'm going to, because I was introduced during a time where that stuff was funny growing up. Thanks, jackass.
Right. This live stream has gotten deep. It sure has. You know what? I can fix that. Give me a moment. Let me find my OBS. I have too many screens. Too many. I was just complaining about too many screens, and now I'm saying I don't have enough screens. Let's. Who? We got curses removed. We want to remove depression. Thanks, Ash. I don't know that Nix has the power to remove depression, but fuck if we can't try.
Is the level of exhaustion a curse?
No.
No, unfortunately, it's a condition.
It's a condition. Yeah, it's called chronic tiredness.
Yeah.
It's called depression.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. What were we doing? We were
trying to understand if pushing on the north wall.
It did not. It was just merely coincidental.
Coincidental?
Yes.
Okay. So TBD is still next initiative order. Are we still in combat?
Look, guys, I found a dog.
You got an Eevee.
I captured an Eevee.
Take that, depression.
So are we still keeping initiative order?
Let's keep initiative order. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know about you guys. I'm going to stabbing.
You going to stabbing? All right. I figured you would. Allow me a moment
next, so.
to. TBD's not next.
But initiative order. So.
Yeah, I have initiative order. Yep.
Oh, so
that means they rolled before us.
For those familiar with XCOM, alien activity.
Oh.
Okay, now
you just made it seem like you didn't get to go first because it was
a surprise roll.
But then you did get to go first. Okay.
TBD. Now you can go.
Our rolls were kind of garbage.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
So we walk in, and Do I use? I'm first
So
when I'm
here's-
walking in. I don't want
here's-
to go first.
You're not
You don't have
first
to
walking
go
in.
into the room. You can, so what you can do is you can kind of like position yourself in this room, like into a corner. You can ready an action and say, I want to, you know, cast Produce Flame, and if somebody walks to the door, I want to throw it at them. That's called holding an action. You basically set a trigger. Like, you decide what you want to do and what the trigger condition is, and then basically it's like a readied thing. It's like a go ahead.
Keely, do the map up. Okay.
Oh yeah, because you removed Discord. It's
Can you pull it
fine.
up on your phone?
It's like it's a square room. You got a door on the left. You got a door on the right. And the drow came from the door on the left. There's nothing else in this room that's really. I guess I could describe it for the chat too. Yeah, square room, door on the left, secret door on the right.
No, secret door on the north.
Did I say left? Sorry, secret door on the top, door on the left.
But we don't know it's a door because we understand it's a.
Yeah,
long
you
block or
started
whatever.
pushing us as
Pushing
above the
slightly.
table. We know that it's
Okay.
It appears to be a secret door.
I would like to use my turn to push the secret door.
All right. You can use your turn to push the secret door. Give me just a moment here.
I used my turn to find my familiar. She was playing fetch with herself while no one's doing that. She was playing fetch with herself in the room, and then
Cute.
came up to me at the ball, and she's like, "Can you do it?" We'll throw it.
Can you help me? This isn't as fun as I thought.
Did you want to use your turn to find familiar, or did you want to do the door? Find familiar. Okay, cool. I will let you do that, and you can find. I don't remember exactly how that spell works. Do you get to pick what you get, or is it just like you already have one and that's your summoning?
I don't even have that spell.
So,
I'm not even gonna do it.
Fine.
I'm just gonna do the door.
Okay.
Find Familiar works if we're to cast it. It's a ritual, so it'd take a while.
I'm good.
Oh, she doesn't even have it anyway, so.
I thought you were making a
Yeah.
joke that you have your dog.
It was a joke, but I was like, "Oh, I don't actually have that spell, so I can't even."
It's not really a druid one.
So
my
so
knowledge.
so it was a joke then.
It
So
was.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna just.
Yeah, she said she doesn't have it. That's yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So opening the door is what I heard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. You see 6 goblins with their backs turned to you in this hallway here. You are in
Halloween.
combat, but you now have a surprise round in which you could act upon these goblins before they notice you.
Is it the hallway directly north of this big square room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the north door, and then the west door is where the drop came from. Got it.
Yep.
Cool. I have a surprise. So I have an extra round.
So basically, what it means is whatever actions happen in this round, the goblins that you have just located are surprised, so they do not get to act this round.
Okay. So I did that, and then I guess it's my turn because that was my action, right? My bonus
Yeah,
action.
it would probably take a full action to open that door.
Okay.
All right. Alien activity. Orwin, it is your turn.
So I'm technically, I guess, still standing there because I was lightly pushing on it, and then TVD came over and opened it.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna like take a moment and just really kind of. I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
And look at because I guess this is some kind of surprise because Kaylee didn't use it.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna close the door as a surprise. And I'm gonna look at TVD. I'm like, I've got 2 right here. Can we get more? Do you want to fight them or do you want to fight this guy? The drow, we're supposed to be the bad guys.
I think we fight whatever's over there. Because now we know what's in this room. Now let's find out what's in the other room.
Okay, so essentially using the surprise to open the door. Okay, close the door. We're gonna go that way.
Yeah.
I was like, nope.
Yeah. It's like you look in the hallway before the boss fight. That one has the ominous looking thing. That one has the other side thing. Okay, we're gonna go this way and see if they do it. So I'm gonna head over to the door the drow came out of. Actually, if I just take my, how does the door look? I never really actually asked that. How does that door look on the west?
It looks pretty similar to the ones that you've passed through so far, but they've been getting increasingly. Everything in here is very, very old, but as you get further in, the doors are less susceptible to like the humidity and temperature changes of the outside. So this one is in goodish condition.
So it's not like me kind of like pushing on it slightly would like crumble it or anything or pull it.
No, it wouldn't crumble. It would act pretty much like a regular door. You'd be able to
the
swing it out of the way,
question
no problem.
Did they leave that door open when they slipped?
Yeah, it's still cracked. It's not like wide open, but it's not closed.
Do I need to use an action to open a door?
Do what?
Do I need to use an action to open a door?
Since this one is already cracked, I'd say you can move it as you can open it as part of your move action.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to it. And I'm gonna walk. Actually, you know what? Let's. Ooh, you know what? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk in the doorway, and I'm gonna just immediately be on alert and kind of like looking around. So I'm gonna try to be as aware as I can, knowing that there was someone in here.
All right.
Do you need to do anything?
Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I'm making some adjustments to audio. So I may ask you to repeat yourself in just a minute, but we'll see. I'm just tweaking some knobs here, watching to see what they do, how they affect. I don't know what happened. I really don't remember changing all that much in OBS, but apparently I did. Okay, sorry. Could you repeat what you said to me now?
Walking in the door, trying to be alert, and
walking in the
around.
door, trying to be alert.
Because I knew there was someone in here, and just so I don't want to, have the chance of being surprised. Because like, hey, can I just?
Yeah. So you walk in, and they're sort of dispersed They're sort of in a semicircle around the door. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drow in this room.
How far away are they from me?
So there's one immediately within 5 feet of the door. There's another 2 that are within, let's see, 5, 10, 15 feet of the door, 2 more within about 20 feet of the door, and the last one within about 30 feet of the door. So 1 immediately reachable from the doorway, and then 2 that are just a little bit further. It's violent like that. It doesn't help that I have, like, the way that I have OBS set up, Potato Man, is because of all the people cycling in and out, I have like 20 filters and audio settings that I have to apply for each person. And so if like Monkey Man is player 1 on this week, but then he's player 3 on the next week, I have to like move all of their... I need to find a better way to do it. So anyway, Ziggy just disappeared? Oh, there you go. Okay. Just making sure. I was like, thought maybe, because that's what happened last time the internet went out. Everybody just started disappearing one by one, and I thought it was a prank. And then it was just like, oh.
I assure you, I'm not that coordinated.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yes, they're in a semicircle. 1 immediately reachable from the doorway.
If there's a if I have a 15-foot cone, how many can I hit?
A 15-foot cone from the doorway. 1, 2, 3. You can hit... I'm trying to see... If you angle it towards... so you see the door in room 4 at the top on the north side. If you angle it that direction from the doorway, you can hit 3 of them.
And that's the most without, min-maxing, trying to,
That's the most I can see in a 15-foot cone.
Okay. So I'm going to do... I'm trying to figure if I wanted 2 or 3. Let's do 2. I'm going to... Orin's gonna kind of see... Oh, okay. This is what we're doing here. And then he's gonna put his proper foot forward. Do the whole like that kind of thing, and it's gonna start like glowing, and then just boom, and burning hands 2nd level, DC Dex 17.
All right. Let me roll some dexterity saving throws. Hang on, I'm doing some math here. Okay. What did you say the DC was?
DC Dex 17.
Okay. Got one pass.
Okay.
So you go to cast you said Burning Hands, right?
Correct.
So you're pretty familiar with how Burning Hands functions, how it looks, how it sounds. Whenever you cast it, something different happens as you go to cast Burning Hands. A small point of light begins growing in your hand, and you keep casting it because maybe it's the lighting of the dungeon that's throwing this off. But it grows and grows and grows, and you launch it. As it lands at it doesn't emit a cone. It lands at the feet of this drow and erupts into a fireball. As the long-anticipated surge takes effect, please roll 8d6 as 5 of the drow are hit in this fireball, one of which saved.
8d6. Jesus Christ. Yes. All right.
We're so good
So,
at
if you want to save yourself some time, if you go to D&D Beyond.
Oh, I want to roll this one manually, just for fun. Yeah.
I was I was happy that we got it, and I was a little sad that Orwin got it, but I was like, we need to spread the love. But then I was just like, that would have been perfect if it happened again for TV.
That'd have been great. Nolan, do you want to keep track of numbers, or do you want to keep track of numbers? I'll turn it to you.
Let me. Where'd my pencil go? 1 second. Go ahead.
Right? 4?
Yeah, 8d6. 4.
3.
3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
3.
3. Nice.
2.
2.
5.
5.
6.
6. I think one more.
I counted 6 so far.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 6.
7. Okay, and the last one is a 4.
A 4. So let's see. That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Plus 11 is 22. Plus 8 is 30 damage. So if somebody wants to double check that, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4. I believe equals 30 damage.
30.
Awesome. Hey, look at that. Common Core works. Get fucked. Let's see. How much...
I just...
So I get really salty when people bitch about Common Core, and it's because they just don't understand it. And I'm like, you all have, like... I struggled with math as a kid because, like, all of my teachers were the very, like... If you didn't arrive to the solution by the exact way I showed you how to do it, it's wrong. And so I struggle with mental math on stuff. And then one year... I accidentally came across something online or figured it out myself about how to do like Common Core style math where like, you know, you round numbers and like you do all this shit that a lot of people intuitively do. That's just fucking Common Core. So stop bitching about it because you don't know what it's just fuck you. Sorry, I'm salty about that.
I don't know what Common Core is, but I agree with you on how school.
It's just it's how a lot of people intuitively do math that weren't taught that way, but now that it has a name, it's woke bullshit. But sorry, I've been yelled at by a lot of Karens in customer service because I have to use a calculator to do change math when they give me fucking money because I didn't learn that shit in school. So I have a little bit of salt there in the wound. What we're doing? Playing D&D, right? 30 fire damage, half of which would be 15 for the one that's saved. We need a make it angry ability. Yeah, I could rant.
Real honest, is it enough to reach me?
No, the way that I targeted it in the room, it will not reach you. It will hit 5 of them.
Okay.
Because I figured if you're aiming it towards that door, you're anticipating a 15-foot cone, and so at the edge of that 15-foot cone would be the center of the fireball, which would then envelop 5 of the drow without you. And that being said, 5 of them are engulfed in flames and fall to the ground dead, leaving a single drow in the room. Orwin, is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
There very much is. I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit on the last one. That's a bonus action.
Alrighty. What's up, Gup? Welcome in, buddy boy. Hey, type. Do me a favor and type. Join the party! Exclamation! Join the party!
Join the party!
And if anybody that's still coming in, if you are following Playotic and you haven't done so already, type join the party. Just spell it correctly. Don't type JP in the party. That would be different than join the party. Thank you so much, buddy. Alrighty. So there is a single drow remaining. Ziggy, your turn.
You asked me what else I could do, and I said I could do a bonus action.
Yeah, you summoned it, right?
And I summoned it.
Oh, it gets its own initiative, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
that goes after you.
DC 17.
Wait, a DC 17.
He summoned it right on top of him.
Oh, I missed that part. I'm sorry. I just thought you summoned him. Okay, DC 17 for dex save.
Yes.
That is a pass. Is it a half or a half damage, or is it a no damage?
It's a half, so 2d6.
2d6. You want to roll that?
I'll do it. He takes 4, so he took half, so he took 4. Okay. I rolled an 8, so he took half.
Got it. It has been.
I halved it for you, which I realized I shouldn't.
No, I appreciate it. Cool.
Quick question for you. The goblins on my shoulders, do they get a turn? Like, will you give them at least flavors? Not even if they want to attack?
I'll give them flavor turns, yeah.
Okay, flavor turns. Okay.
Do you want to say what they do, or do you want me to figure out what they do?
I wanted you to, because they're NPCs, if you will. So remember,
yeah,
I gave them stones.
Probably...
If you want to use them, they can save them. They can do whatever.
Yeah, they'll probably. I'll try to come up with some wonders, but they'll probably, for the most part, right now, just kind of stick to bardish, vicious mockery style. Like, ha, yeah, get fucked. I was like, oh, can we say that? I was like, yeah, no. They're feeling high and mighty up on your Loxodon shoulders, like.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, as they go through more, this is the first combat encounter that they've seen, and you've wiped out 5 of them like that, and so they're kind of warming up to you.
Not because I'm wildfire druid, right?
Yeah.
Kiss warm, kiss fire. Ha ha
yeah.
ha ha.
Yeah.
All right. My fire, my crudely drawn fire elephant, wildfire spirit's gonna hang out beside me, and it's gonna be Ziggy's turn. Unless
yeah, it's Ziggy's turn. Yep.
Okay.
So are they currently inside of this fire creature?
Yeah,
Actually,
I would assume so, if that's how that works.
It's within a range that when I summon it, it's kind of like when you light a fire, it just goes whoosh, and then it kind of just stays to its fireness.
Okay. And I think by the rules, if any creatures end their turn within one another, they kind of. So.
Yeah. So it's when I summon it, it's any creature within 10 feet of the spirit has to make a save. Other than that, it's only a 5-foot radius if anything is nearby. So I summoned it within the 10 feet, but not within the 5 feet, intentionally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm keeping it closer to me rather than enemy. So it is not engulfed in fire, so you are safe to go.
Okay. So, assuming I have enough speed to get into the other room.
The last one, let me do some math and I will tell you. From the door itself, it's 5'10", from a diagonal. It's in the bottom left corner. You see those 2 barrels in the bottom left corner?
Yes.
The last drow is standing there between the bedroll and the barrels, so it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 35 feet from the actual door. That's the last remaining one.
Do I at least have enough room to step into the room itself?
Yeah, you can bypass Orwin, who's sort of in the doorway, not quite.
Okay.
Oh, I went in.
Oh, you went in.
Door.
Okay.
Yeah, I went in. Like I was conscious going in, so I'm not in the doorway.
Gotcha. You are in the other room now. Got it.
Yeah. Orin's being thick in the room, not thick in the doorway.
Got it.
Well, I think he's gonna run into the room itself with as much speed as I need to use.
All right.
I think he would be in the middle of the room before, right?
Ziggy?
Yeah, because
I don't think Ziggy's gone in the room yet. Because this is Ziggy's first turn.
No, in the previous room. Like, I think he would have been able to, like, he was in the middle, so I think he'd be able to make it in the middle of the second room. How much speed do you have? 40?
30.
30? Okay.
30 would just about put you into the middle of the room.
I would just get...
Yeah, but you'd still be about 20 feet away from the other one, unless you dashed.
I mean, I have a bonus action to dash, so...
Okay. Then, if you use a bonus action to dash, you can absolutely get to him.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and keeping out of distance of this fire spirit so I don't get burned.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my +1 short sword to stab him.
Go for it. Oh no.
Nat 20 for a 28.
Nat 20 for a 28.
Was that... Does that get a card?
It does get a card. I'm debating if I want to be the kid that reminds the teacher of homework, though. But I think I want the card more.
Referring to my exhaustion, because that only affects my skills, not attacks.
Oh, doesn't it? Okay, that's right. That's a further...
That's level 3.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, never mind then. I figured you were probably, keeping track of that, but I was like, do I want to even ask?
It only affects my skills, not my... So level 1 is just skills.
Is it piercing damage that your attack is?
Yes. So.
All right. So whatever your damage rolls are, what are your damage rolls? It'll be easier to explain it that way.
So it'd be a D6 piercing, and then +4 for my dex.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6. So it doubles the damage dice for your attack.
Right.
So we did change it. It's not a max and then roll again.
I think.
Oh, that's right. It's a crit. Sorry. So so whatever
6 plus.
So it's normal crit rules, which I will post here. Give me just a second. Sorry, I forgot it was a crit. That's my mistake.
That's what I was trying to ask you last time, but I guess you weren't seeing.
Yeah. So when you score a critical hit, you roll an extra dice for the attack's damage against the target. So if it's a D6, you roll 2d6, and you add the modifier just the once. The crit ability doubles the damage, or the damage dice rather. So it would be 4d6 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. Well, since we were figuring that out, I'm gonna re-roll all of these dice that way.
Yeah, go for it. 4d6 plus 4. That should be the answer.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, and that's a setback. There's 4 levels of how bad it is. That's a setback.
You're saying crits could get even more critty?
Oh, crits can get so much crittier. And it goes both ways. Now, there's one I haven't decided yet, because I haven't actually even gotten... One, I haven't really gotten any attacks off on you as, like, NPCs to players, but 2, I haven't even gotten a crit. There's 2 ways I can do this. All monsters can crit just as badly as you can crit them, or only named monsters can crit you with the critical effects. So, like, Drow number 4, they can crit regularly, but they don't get a card. Or, Goblin Leader Torax, he gets the crit card, but the regular goblins don't. Does that make sense?
I would say named because we're named.
That's kind of how, I was thinking of it, too.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because they're also kind of like the special ones.
Yeah. Right. Because Okay, cool. So that's how we'll do it. So if a regular creature attacks you, they just do the normal crit rules. But if a named creature attacks you, which I will know, you may not know, but I'll know, they will get the critical effect card.
Okay. It's a total for 19 points of damage.
19 damage. Kills.
And I
that
assume
drow.
that I don't get sneak attack because of that other one's not close enough?
That's the last one.
I'm at the fire spirit anyway.
Oh, it doesn't matter because it's already dead.
Okay.
All right, so that officially.
Ziggy, draw a card.
Huh?
How do I do that?
Doesn't he get card in one? Because crit?
No, just drew it. That's the double damage die.
Oh, you drew a crit card. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I didn't realize that was what the card was.
Yeah, the card doubles the damage die. I just
Okay.
forgot the whole reason I was doing it was because of a critical effect. So when I said double damage die, I forgot.
Okay, I get it now. Fuck
We're
yeah.
just all unprepared up in this biznitch. We're going to maintain initiative order because of the surprise round. You don't know how the goblins reacted, if they even reacted. But what you do know is that in this room, it appears to be a rudimentarily made camp with bedrolls and spider silk, made of spider silk surrounding a cooking fire. And there is... We'll pause sort of like... because this doesn't really make a whole lot of difference like in game, but I'll read it so like you and everybody else knows. There's some notes scattered around everything. One of the journal pages, maybe TBD, is just like, going full ADHD while you all are fighting. Just like, oh, what's this? And picks up a journal. It says, the Chimera collapsed the egress tunnel before dragging Galaria away. We must find a way to bring this information to the matron mother so she may know the strategic importance of this keep.
Matron mother, you said?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
So I'm just gonna assume that TBD read that out to us.
Yeah. So if we sort of rewind in the space of time here, Orwin opens the door, goes to do a not sacred blast, burning hands, which turns into a fireball. It immolates everybody. Thankfully, the bedrolls and everything are to the south of the room, and they were all towards the north of the room, trying to like lay an ambush. So you immolate all of them. You summon a fire elemental on the last drow. Ziggy runs in, stabs him, and TBD just kind of like walks in the room after you all, like, what's this? Oh, the Chimera collapsed the egress tunnel before. Or sorry, let me try to do my best TBD southern. Can I do a southern accent?
Yes, you can.
The Chimera collapsed the egress tunnel before dragging Galaria away. We must find a way to bring this information to the matron mother so she may know the strategic importance of this keep. So we're going to remain in initiative order. You all can get to the northern door, no problem. How do you want to open it? Do you just want to, as Holdren said earlier, quoting some movie that I'm not sure.
It's Emperor's New Groove.
Do what?
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove. Oh, is that what it's for? Throw it over, throw it open, and boom, baby!
Yeah.
Do you want to do it that way, or how do you want to do it? Or do you want to go back to the secret door?
We want to send in those goblins if they can't convince the other ones to not be assholes.
So, yeah, let's go ask and see if the goblins would like to join us on our adventure.
All right. So I'm gonna turn to the goblins on each of my shoulders, and do you have any buddies in here? Any friends? Goblins that you know they're cool with? Do you think they would join us too?
Let me try to find an answer to that question, because I have an answer of how I want to do it, but I need to quickly make sure that there's no story implications to this. I am assuming that they are fellow enslaved goblins who may or may not have some level of Stockholm Syndrome. Now, these goblins... whatever I said their names were, Igor and Statch or something, they have witnessed you. They have witnessed your combat prowess. So they're feeling pretty comfortable about your chances. The other goblins, they may not feel the same way. So they're battling, essentially mutiny. Like if they side with you and win, or if they side with you and you fail, what does that mean for them kind of situation?
So are you talking about having the two go talk to them, or us talk to them?
The two go talk to them.
Okay.
If they say, hey, if they're like, hey, we're also these, goblin slaves, but there's this party over here that just fucked up the drow, and I swear that they can free us all from this hellhole. How would these goblins react to that? Would they go along with it, or would they be like, man, shut up, I don't want to get in trouble, like, that's our 13th breakout attempt, you never know, that kind of thing. So how would they react? And I'm gonna roll a D100.
I would like to help that if I can.
Yeah, do you want to go in with them, or do you want to do something preemptively before they go in?
I can do multiple things with that, and I've actually been wanting to use this for this specific reason.
I also have an idea
for convincing. So, what I have two options here. First one, I can load them up with good berries and be like, hey, like, where are y'all gonna get these otherwise? Like, here's something, and it's legit because it's a fucking good berry. You can feel it.
Okay.
Like, it's in your insides. It feels real good. And the other part is that I can go back to the secret door and I can go ahead and write where all of them. How many are there? 6?
I believe you all counted 6. Yeah.
How far away are each of them?
I mean, they were, when you open that door in the other room, they were immediately in front of you. So if you're at this door to the west, in the western room, you would have to go down the hall to that area, assuming they stayed in the same place.
How far away were they from each other is what I was asking.
Oh, they were sort of smattered around that room, but probably no more than some within 5 feet, some within 10. I think the furthest distance between any two goblins would be about 15 feet.
The other thing that I was gonna do is I was going to summon a healing spirit to go with them.
Okay.
And the healing spirit can accompany them as, as kind of a representative, if you will, because I can make it look like whatever I really want to, and I can choose to have the healing spirit heal these goblins that it encompasses to, like, hey, here's proof it's legit. Like, hey, we got free samples, we got handouts, and we got this thing here that'll actually heal you. So I'm like, yeah.
Gotcha. Ziggy, what was your idea? Was it does it go along with that plan, or is it sort of a plan B situation?
It's kind of remove the head of the drow that I finished off stabbing and hand it to one of them.
So as Orwin sort of, as like,
physical proof, like, hey, they fucking ended these guys.
Yeah. So as Orwin is sort of like finishing up this pep talk to the two goblins, let me get their names real quick so I can actually stop referring to Snarg and Iggle. Orwin, as you're like explaining this, like, oh, I'm going to send you to these good berries and this healing spirit so you can explain to them and they'll help out. Ziggy just walks up behind like Snaggle or something and just taps him on the shoulder and hands a bloody drow head to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If all of that doesn't convince them, that will.
All right.
Which one do they pick, if they do?
Your cumulative efforts are going to reduce the DC of this roll that I'm going to make. So.
I don't know how to help.
You can help by help. Can
help
TV
isn't
help?
bonus action. Yeah, you can make the help action.
I would like to inform you.
Hey, can we get help?
Yes.
I don't think any of us can actually throw you.
The help action, you lend aid to another creature in the completion of the task. When you take the help action, the creature you aid gains advantage on their next ability check. So you can help. That's more of if it was like a D20 versus a DC situation. I'm rolling a D100 percentile thing. Okay. But no, it's okay. I'm going to functionally lower the DC, is what it's going to come down to. And so you send, I assume you send, why can't I remember their names? Snarg and Iggle down the hallway to converse with these goblins, right? With your plan in place. All right.
Yeah.
So you open the door, you send them in, you close the door, and you listen. And you're just like, listen. And you hear some, like, since none of you speak Goblin, you just hear Goblin talk, but you don't know what they're saying.
So, I have a question, actually, for this.
Uh-huh.
I have a feature that is part of me as a Emerald Gem Dragon. Hold one sec. When I find it, finally. Psionic Mind.
Okay.
Can we leave the door cracked enough for me to see them?
You would not be able to see them because they'd have to go around the corner to talk with the other people.
Got you. Plus, I'm sending them messages. I'm not going back and forth with them.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So they walk in and you're listening, and you just hear, and you hear like some like really intense arguing and bickering, but things do quiet down a little bit. And eventually, you hear in the other room that brick wall sort of like fake door slide open.
Are you still in initiative order?
Yes, we're in initiative order.
Where is it?
Kaylee, your IRL husband, is whispering to check your phone.
So 30. Actually, you know what? Particularly at the bottom. I'm in the doorway. I'm just gonna 10 feet walk back. Look in there to the previous room at the door.
Okay. And you see Iggle and Snaggle. They're just kind of like
Snarg and Iggle.
Snarg and Iggle. I don't know why I can't remember their names. They're just kind of standing with their backs turned to you. Just kind of like, it looks like they're finishing up a conversation, and then they turn to you like, "Oh, hey!"
Sorry. my brain parroted. My brain parroted. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What's going on here?
Yeah, how'd it go?
I think I don't know that they're gonna help, but I don't think they're gonna hinder.
I like that.
I'll take it.
All right, so we got, I guess, safe passage.
The other door open, so should we go check that out?
That was the door that I just locked.
Yeah, they came back. They just didn't feel like walking down the entire hallway.
They went through the trap door, and that's why I backpedaled 10 feet, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Like,
You are now out of initiative order.
Okay.
As you enter that room, they all kind of like look at you. None of these goblins actually speak common, so you might hear them like talking, but you don't know what they're saying. You see some gnawed rat bones strewn about. It stinks of goblins in here. But otherwise, there's nothing really of any importance in here. Nothing that, they'd let you take anyway.
We're in the hallway now?
Do what?
We're in the hallway now?
You are in, so it's kind of like a sideways L. Do you see that door?
Yep. The hallway.
You have reached that door leading into the room with the water.
Okay. Really quick before we do that, did the drow have anything on them, the one that was decapitated?
None of them had anything other than just sort of their journal entries and whatnot.
What condition are the bedrolls in?
They're decent-ish.
Decent-ish?
The drows aren't, dirty creatures or anything. So they're, if you wanted a spider silk bedroll, you can have one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 3 of them.
Roll one of them up. Okay.
What do I know?
Sorry, I'm gonna take 2. I'm gonna take 2.
What do you want to know?
Well,
or what kind of information are you searching for?
Matron mother sounds important.
Gotcha. So you want to know, like, if that sort of title or honorific means anything to you? Gotcha. Go ahead and roll history.
Oh boy.
While he's doing that, can he go over to the drow corpse and like grab it by the shoulders and who's the matron mother? Tell me now.
Yeah, you sure can.
Well, you mean after I've already decapitated it?
Oh, there's other bodies.
That was the joke. Yeah.
Well, there's incinerated bodies and then a headless body, so.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
A 12. You don't know specifically what it might mean, but you assume that it's definitely some kind of like hierarchical, like, you might call a king or, a mayor or something. You don't know exactly like the level in society that it is, but you assume that it's some kind of honorific.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm assuming that whoever this matron mother person is probably important. Oh.
We'll see what kind of important. Good important or bad important. When we get there.
Probably bad to us.
True.
I'm guessing, given that they all decided to immediately attack us. So
we didn't start the fire.
No, we just ended it.
There you go. It went boom. How many did Snark and Eggle use all the good berries? Did the goblins eat the good berries that I gave them?
Yeah, they definitely ate them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna update my count left. Okay, cool, thanks. And well, I guess we'll head over to Snark and Eggle are back up and on, and heading over to the new door to the new room. Unless anybody's got anything they want to do.
No, I think. Or sorry, I can't answer for you. That's you all.
Oh, hey.
It reset the shield. Okay, hang on. I'll have to do mental math. The shield is currently at.
Was at 35 previously, so
yeah.
it should be at 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Note to self: don't restart the stream because it breaks a lot of shit.
What was that? 4332.
What's that? 4332.
4332.
Oh yeah, 4332. That's a fun number to say.
4332.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 more, and it's a palindrome.
Yeah.
What were we doing? All right, so you're ready to open the door, right?
Yep, I'm asking.
So I'm getting so distracted. I keep forgetting we're actually running a game.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. You open the door, and sulphurous, streaming water pools through the collapsed wall in the north side of the room, and a goblin is chained to a python hammered into the floor.
To a what hammered in the floor?
A python. So in your adventuring toolkit, yeah, you get like pythons and whatnot. They're basically just nails that you hammer into rocks that you can use to tie off ropes and whatnot. That's what one of those is.
Oh, like an anchor, or kind of like an anchor spike. Okay, like a railroad spike, except for
Essentially, that's pretty much what it is.
So much. I have advantage on smell rolls. You said
on
it's sulfurous.
Smell rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You said it's sulfurous? Is it like a smell sulfurous, or is it a color sulfurous?
Like no, stinky eggs, or oh man, this room's about to explode in fire. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Does it look yellow, or does it just stink?
The water itself, it doesn't say, but it keeps describing the water as sulfurous. So I'm gonna assume it's kind of like probably, even though I've never been there, like Yellowstone-ish, like a hot spring. Like
I'm assuming it's diffused, and not like the entire water is dyed a bright yellow.
Yeah, it's probably like if you've ever had like sulfurous well water, from like
it's spicy.
It's spicy water. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Loxodon, one of their features is keen smell. I have advantage on wisdom, perception, wisdom survival, and intelligence investigation checks that involve smell. So I have advantage on smell checks.
Gotcha. Basically. Yeah, so you have figured out your keen smell has led you to believe that it is sulfur infused water. It's not an immediate hazard, but it's pungent. Okay. The goblin in the room, he immediately he looks up at you. He has a spider branded onto the crown of his bald head, and he looks up at you, chained to the floor. Hey, the chimera's gonna eat me! Please help!
Nargan Eagle, do they?
Okay, that's the second time we've heard that. Do we know what the hell a chimera is?
I would assume so. This is something I've talked about with Ash before. Is like, vampires and werewolves and whatnot don't exist in our lives. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But we've all heard of them. Like a lot of us, even if you don't play D&D, you're familiar with the fact that trolls are weak to fire and maybe even acid, depending on your kid stories.
Kid stories.
So even if you've never seen a chimera, never heard of one, never encountered one, you've probably, in passing, oh yeah, chimera. Those are like those mixed creatures, like a lion and a bear, or like an eagle and a serpent. It's some kind of like an owl bear. An owl bear is a chimera, or a type of chimera anyway. Or man bear pig, yeah, which we all know is real. Sorry, Al Gore.
Super thorough.
So yes.
I need to see one more owlbear so I can turn into an owlbear.
Oh God, is that how that works?
It's what it says. It says I can see him twice. I have to see him twice before I can do wild.
I mean,
interesting.
You also have to have the ability to reach a certain threshold, challenge rating wise.
I didn't see any of that, so.
I mean, you have to meet. You can't like transform into something that has too high of a challenge rating. But before you can even get to that, you have to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, please help me. I don't know what you're talking about with challenge ratings and shit, but please.
Just any words from Snark and Eagle? Do they know him? What's going on? Any inside information?
It really doesn't detail the parasocial or interpersonal relationships that these goblins have with one another. I'm going to assume that they're none of them are probably friends. They're just workplace proximity associates.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to release.
It'll make my life easier if they're not friends, but they'll know of them. I'm sure. It's like, all right, Frank, Eagle, Snaggle. That's not our fucking name. It's Snark and Eagle. You know that, Frank.
Snack and Igloo? No way. That's crazy.
Stab him. Don't stab him.
I want to try and be useful for once and try and free the goblin.
Okay. So roll a strength check to try to remove the python from the ground.
Someone else can try after me, I guess. Yeah, I got an 8. So.
An 8. Yeah. You really think that would have worked? I've been trying to. Sorry, I shouldn't be mean. You're trying to help. I'm sorry. Thank you for attempting to help.
Takes out a dagger and just whips it out. Is it a chain or a rope?
It's a chain.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out a crowbar and try to use that to unwedge it out of the ground.
Yeah, TBD, you can use the help action to assist with this. Ziggy, go ahead and roll that strength check with advantage.
While he's doing that.
Technically, it's a straight roll because he can't stack advantage, and all of my skill rolls are with disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh. While he's doing that,
that's a 1, not natural.
Fuck. Oh my God, I'm gonna get eaten.
All right. So, while he's doing that, the tattoo on his crown, forehead, whatever. What is crown? Crown on the top?
Yeah, the forehead-ish area.
Does it look like it's like a bad thing, like a mark of death? Does it look like it's a curse? Does it look like it's
That's how I interpreted it when it said it. I don't know if that's just flavor, like he's got the fact that it says branded to me means that it was put there against his will.
I'm assuming that's their I own you.
Like a cattle brand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Orwin's gonna do his strongman Loxodon thing, and just like he did at the carnival, and
effortlessly.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot more effort at the carnival because he kept on taking damage, but that was a separate story. He's gonna walk up to it and just all right, and plant one foot and plant the other foot and reach down and using his trunk as well, because I can extra lift with that. He's gonna bend down and just grab it with both hands like he's trying to lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Just pull. And what am I just rolling a strength check?
You get it. Maybe they loosened it for you, unless you want to roll strength check. I don't want to deny that.
8. Dang it! I loosened it for you.
just a regular strength, right? Any like a check?
Yeah, I have no doubt that you'd be able to remove this python.
Fuck, that's a nat 20.
See, what did I say?
And that's a 20 before. That's even before my
sword from the stone. Just
yep, just out. Oh my God! Thank you so much. And he notices the decapitated drow head.
I can loosen it for you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Oh man, look, I hate killing. I hope you don't mind if I just leave. And he starts to run away.
I'm going to catch him in my free arm.
And he's just you grab him by the scruff of his neck. He's like, what? I don't want to be here.
And wow, this is gonna sound. You know what? I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna grab him and I'm just gonna pick him up and I'm just gonna hold him and just.
I just want to be here.
Not that way, but
okay.
you're okay. And
Oh.
Orin's gonna feel really warm and really calming and really soothing. You can see
Gotcha.
the two goblins on my shoulders are really chill. Like, we're fine. Like,
Yeah.
calm down, kind of like you're good. You're good.
Gotcha.
Now, what's going on?
There's a chimera over there. It's gonna come and it's gonna eat us if we don't leave.
It's not going to eat us. It's not going to eat you. I promise you.
Okay.
Also, this goblin has an improvised weapon. What's the thing called that's at the end of a chain? It's like a blade.
End of a chain that's a blade. I
It's
think
like
I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea.
It's like a whip, but it has like a slight like dagger head at the end of it.
I know what you're talking about, but is it
there's
important or?
Oh yeah, because he has an improvised weapon. If he's gonna hang out with us, just on his foot.
Chain?
Oh, you're giving it to him. Okay.
No, he has it still tied to his foot.
Oh, you're saying that the chain that you've ripped out with the python attached to it is functionally a weapon.
It could be. I'm trying to tell him like, hey, like you've got this. I'm trying to be like, hey, you're fine. All you gotta do is just kick. And
I hate violence. I don't. No, I won't.
It's self-defense. We hate violence too, but we've here to freed you.
Speak for yourself.
Look, I'll stay with you if you say that you'll protect me and save me, but I'm not going to fight anything. I can't do it.
No need to fight. Just stating that you have the ability to defend yourself if need arises from anything. You've got this. I believe in you.
Friends today.
Roll persuasion to see if you can convince him to come along with you. A chain whip.
Yep. That's a 14.
A 14 beats his 7. All right, well, look, I'm not going to be happy about it, but if you say that you can protect me, it looks like Snaggle and Iggle here, they'll, fine, I'll come with you, but I ain't doing anything. Just please don't let me die.
You're not going to die, I promise you. And,
fucking Snarg, not Snaggle, idiot.
I'm waiting for you to just correct yourself on it. And unless there's anything else in the room, I think we can just go forward.
Yeah. You'll have to begin wading through the water. This knee-deep sulfurous water.
How long do I have to wait for?
Stealth.
Okay. The knee-deep sulfurous water is very warm. So warm it creates dense steam in the cold air. The worked stone that you've been exploring at this point transforms into damp, unlit caverns. There's tunnels which head both north and to the east. The steam makes the area lightly obscured. So first, I need to know which direction you want to go, north or east.
North looks like an end game. Not that that's important.
In character, I'm going to use my sniffer. And what do I smell from north and what do I smell from east?
How describe like what exactly your sniffer does and like how good it is and like what you can determine from it.
It's basically, hang on. Advantage on wisdom, perception, wisdom, survival, and intelligence investigation checks that involve smell. So basically, I'm smelling for just if I can smell anything. We've heard there's a chimera. Can I smell like animal something coming from one direction? Can I smell, outside cold coming from a different direction? Can I smell wood burning? Can I smell anything?
Gotcha. Give me a moment here.
I would use listening, but that's not a thing.
Yeah. With the way that the air moves through this cavern, you may not be able to smell anything, but you might be able to a sniff investigation check. Have you rolled anything yet, or are you just describing?
I'm just describing. I haven't rolled anything yet.
Let's do... How can we do perception but smell?
Wisdom, survival, and intelligence investigation.
I would say let's do survival. That's the most apt to what you're trying to figure out right now.
Fortunately, I have advantage on that, and that's a nat 20 for a 29.
Fuck yeah. So you're able to determine maybe the way that the air is moving through the cavern here, that the air is stagnant to the east. What's up, Help Action? And to the north, the air is flowing. So, like, the air is moving through the northern cavern, and the air is stagnant to the east. So, you would assume that means that the eastern area is sort of enclosed and doesn't go anywhere, while the area to the north leads somewhere where there's a source or an ability for the air to flow in or out somewhere.
The north is an entrance or an exit. The east is a cave. I am going to keep my promise, and I would like to head east.
Okay, I'll follow.
Ziggy?
I'm gonna be trying to stealth right now.
Good.
I need dungeon exploring music, but that's for next time. I thought I had some, but I apparently don't.
Let's go to the east.
Let's go to the east.
Let's all go to the east cave.
This disadvantage is pissing off. That's a 16.
Well,
That's
luckily
still
for
pretty high,
you,
I'd say.
once you get some sleep. Lightly obscured. Darkness and other effects that obscure vision provide the hindrance. Given an area, maybe a lightly obscured area, such as dim light or patchy fog, creatures have disadvantage on perception checks. So it's a good thing we used survival. So any perception checks requiring sight in this area have disadvantage, unless you already have disadvantage for exhaustion, in which case you do not double down. All right, let me see. I've been trying to read this while you're all describing what to go, and I'm a little confused. So give me just a second here. So you go to the
east. Trying to make it easy for you.
You go to the east.
And also, I have dark vision and true sight, so I don't know how much
you
that.
do have
gloomy,
true sight. Yes.
How much that gloomy affects it. I need everybody to roll a perception with disadvantage, except Orwin, who can roll it regularly. The true sight will offset the. I do have advantage on perception.
Well, they're offsetting. It's like you have disadvantage, but you have advantage, so they offset to flat roll.
What does dark vision do?
It allows you to see in dark light as if it were dimly lit, which means you basically see everything in monochromatic colors out to 20 feet. So it's not like you see in the dark. It's just kind of like it's like, you know how like the old camcorders had like night vision? It's like that.
Okay. So I roll with
18.
advantage.
18.
18.
18.
10.
10. Alrighty. As you walk around this cave, it's pretty much there's nothing in here. There's no objects. There's no signs of like living or anything. It's just an empty cave. But you do periodically hear sounds. It's kind of hard to tell over the flowing water, like what is just, imagine like being in a cave with rushing water. There's a lot of white noise, but you do hear noise periodically, and you're not sure what it is until...
What does it sound like, Nolan?
It sounds like you all rolling initiative.
Oh, okay.
17.
He didn't want to do the thing.
What thing's that?
Making the noise over here.
Well, I haven't even gotten to the noise yet. I haven't looked at the character sheet. I don't know what it does. TVD got a 17. Orwin, what did you get?
I got a 16.
A 16. And Ziggy, what did you get?
Another natural one for a 7.
Another natural one for a 7.
That disadvantage. Is that
It's disadvantage.
Oh.
Initiative is technically a skill, so it affects it.
The only way to get rid of exhaustion is to sleep, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think a greater...
Yeah, greater restoration, I believe, removes...
one level.
I can't remember, yeah, one level. I was going to say all, but I couldn't remember. But I know sleeping removes one level. All right. So, you hear what? What do you have? Show me. Here we go. Oh boy. I'm gonna roll randomly to determine who is the target of this attack. TBD, of course.
No.
You hear what sounds like the cocking of a crossbow as... TBD, what's your AC?
Oh, my armor class?
Yep. 14. Got a natural 20, baby.
No! I got crit!
Oof.
You hear thwip, 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 as 3 crossbows hit you directly in your chest, one of which is a crit.
I'm gonna die.
Now, here's the question. Is it a named creature, or is it not?
Oh boy.
First, let's resolve the damage, shall we? This is a hand crossbow, which does 1d6 plus 4 piercing damage on a hit. TBD, I need you to make you a Constitution saving throw. Owlbears can't use crossbows, or can they?
Crap, poison. In what?
So remember in the earlier when you rolled a dex save, it's up in the top left, your saving throws?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. So you're doing Constitution save.
I rolled
An 8. Gotcha. Give me a second here. I'm doing maths.
I'm not quite dead. We have
Why can't I
some
do
bears.
math? Let's try this again. Let's try to do basic math again. 10, 16 plus 12 is 28 plus You said you got an 8?
Yes.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Boy. Let's do the crit first.
We have barriers. We have life points.
Oh, I didn't forget.
We have stuff. No.
I did not forget. Don't worry.
My husband's never gonna let me adventure again.
Alrighty. All right.
I mean, if things go poorly, I don't think that's an option anyway.
Oh no, the backstory is my husband's gonna come get me and revivify me. So TBD's still around. She just doesn't get to go on adventures anymore. I didn't want to kill off my characters.
Right.
So that's the backstory.
Alright. Can somebody do some math for me? Here in a second. What is 50 minus... Or wait, hang on.
What?
That's not the right equation to use. It's 20... Hang on. 35... Fuck, why can't I do this right
35 plus 25 is
now? No, that's
50.
not what I'm asking. Hang on. Let me just do it the old-fashioned way. Open a calculator. There we go. Okay. We're gonna synchronize the old extra life shield here. Okay. Roundabout way, the extra life shield absorbs all of the damage, which I believe, if I did the math correct, was 35 damage.
Oh my gosh, I was going to die.
Because the shield absorbed the damage, you are not under the effect of the drow poison, which, because you failed the DC by 5 or more, would have knocked you unconscious.
Holdren
with another $25.
Oh snap! Thank you.
Bringing the extra life shield back up to 35, and now it's back in sync, baby. Now that was a lot of damage for a drow, because this is the drow commando, Gilaria.
This is the one who was taken.
The main creature. And we all have bless again.
Bless you.
All right. Sorry that took so long to get that figured out. That is the surprise round. Fortunately, TBD, you go next. You have had these arrows, chink, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm not wearing heavy plate. How did that not hurt me? But you do see this drow commando sitting in the shadows, armored in lightweight spider silk with dozens of gear pouches and daggers, holding their hand crossbow, and they've got like a dagger and a hand axe on them. What do you do?
Can we all see this?
On your turn, you might be able to.
So she's got tons of crap.
So it's gonna be like, is Ziggy just like bug-eyed?
Yeah, probably, once Ziggy notices.
Can I cast Entangle?
Cast Entangle. Yeah, how does that work?
Let me click on
She starts dancing and wants to do the tango.
Sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. A creature in the area where you cast the spell must succeed on strength saving throw of your strength. And then the throw is a
Okay, strength saving throw, DC 13. That is going to be a fail. So they are restrained.
And the creature restrained by mechanics can use its action to make a strength check on a success.
Alright. That is a good turn. Is that all you're going to do this turn? They are indeed somewhere.
Nope, because I can cast the
Don't you have the ring?
Shillelagh?
Is that it? Yes.
I guess I could try to move out of range of their, like out of sight or hide behind somebody. Because that's a concentration spell, right?
Yeah, you don't have to remain line of sight to maintain your concentration.
I'm going to try and move out of their line of sight.
How far away did we get down this cave? That's my question.
Let me look at the map again and I'll let you know. You are at the very, very bottom in that sort of room with like the 3 rocks.
Okay. Can she duck behind one of those walls? Like,
There's ways for her to stay hidden. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, good.
That's it. I do some bond work and then I hide. Well, I don't hide. I just try to move out of place.
Or when it is your turn. You notice, so you hear the thwipping of the crossbow, you see TBD sort of like checking themselves, you see the arrows on the ground, and you see them cast Entangle, and as you sort of like adjust your eyes through the mist and the dim light, you can see this drow commando restrained in the vines, looking very, very upset.
Just like I like him. Very upset. Just to clarify, very upset. What am I gonna do here?
What are you going to do? How's that music? Did the battle music get too loud again? Feel free to in chat if audios or levels are off. Let me know. I did some adjusting and I don't think they're quite right. Monkey Man's laughing.
Yeah. So I've got a couple options here for fun.
Okay.
If you didn't tangle, that's technically vines, which is technically plants, right?
Yeah, unless TBD you have that flavored another way for some reason.
So if I do plant growth, the tree becomes thick and overgrown, but is that going to do anything?
I mean, they're already restrained, so it probably wouldn't do anything other than maybe increase the DC of breaking out.
Okay, I was just thinking it would be just really cool if, you know, they're tangled up in the vines and then plant growth and the vines just get thicker and just like turn more into like encompassing like a mummy or something, like a
I would say if you wanted to go that route, they already can't move. They already you have advantage on attacks against them. They have disadvantage on dex saves. So I would say that they have further either disadvantage. TBD, did you say there was a dexterity to break out or strength?
Strength.
So I would say that with the enlarged plants, they would also have disadvantage on strength saves to break out.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do plant growth. And then I'm going to try to keep eyes on me. I still have my flame spirit, which I'm not going to use because I don't want to burn the vines that's around, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing, even though it can throw a flame seed at it. I don't want to risk anything. I've been doing this.
The wording in the flame seed specifically mentioned anything being set on fire by it?
Oh, you got a good point there. Sorry, I'm thinking literal here. No, just range weapon attack. Okay.
You don't need to worry.
Appreciate it. You just need someone else who's within 5 feet to be able to get your sneak attack, right?
As they are, I can get it.
Yeah. They have to, if they have advantage on the attack, they get sneak attack, and if they don't have advantage on the attack, they get sneak attack if there's an ally within 5 feet. And since they're restrained, they already have advantage.
See, okay, we're in the same room, so Ziggy can make it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if not, then I can have my spirit do fire teleportation, bring Ziggy right behind her, and just kind of thing. Would you want that though?
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be like unsatisfying.
The question is if they notice me anyway, because I'm trying to stealth.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna pull aggro, and I'm just gonna for bonus action. Not gonna bother with anything. Really, actually, healing spirit's still up, but doesn't need to do anything. Yeah, it doesn't need to do anything. It's just still kind of hanging out with me. So then my welfare spirit's gonna throw a flame seed, which is +9 to hit. That's just mine. So that's gonna be a 18 to hit.
That hits.
And it's gonna be 1d6 plus 3. So the 3 plus that's 6 for damage. So 6 damage.
I'm not gonna retcon it, but Kaylee, did you say it was a dex save to avoid being restrained?
No, it's a strength.
It's strength.
To break out or to avoid being restrained? Like initially when you casted it.
Strength saving throw or
Oh.
Okay.
It's a strength save.
If it's strength either way, then fine. I just realized they had a +7 to dex saves, and I was like, fuck, that would have avoided it. But I wasn't
That's
going to retcon it either way. I was just going to...
It makes sense what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
cool. Doesn't matter anyway, which is what I like. I hate retconning stuff, and I wasn't going to anyway, but...
Pulling all attention towards me, and for Ziggy to get in there.
Cool. What did the Flame Seed do?
6 damage.
6 damage, okay.
Yep. Just right in the face. So whatever is left that, is, like, not covered up by, thick vines,
right in the face.
Just gonna go.
Got it. Ziggy, you're up then, unless there's anything else Orwin can do.
Nope.
All right.
That was my elemental's turn.
Ziggy's gonna rush into the room, swing around to the back, like sticking kind of like low to the ground. His hood's even up because he's trying to do blitz attack, and then short sword +1 advantage.
Do it.
17 plus 8 is 25.
25 hits.
So I'll do the normal damage, and then I'll roll my sneak attack. Ooh, so that's 10 piercing damage.
All right.
Plus, let me 3d6 now.
I've been looking forward to this all night.
Extra 12 points of damage.
An extra 12 points of damage. Got it.
And bonus action, you see a emerald-colored psychic blade form in his free hand, and he goes to attack with his bonus action.
Nice.
An offhand.
Is sneak attack not a bonus action, or is that a once per?
Nope,
That's a once
it
per
triggers
turn thing, right?
Once per attack.
That's right. Okay.
Technically, this is with advantage as well.
Yep. All attacks on the creature have advantage because they're
so
restrained.
18.
That is this a melee attack?
Yes.
All right. They are going to use a reaction. Even though they are restrained, they can take actions.
I would like to use a bless. Roll a d4.
It automatically succeeds because it was going to add a 3 to the AC, and even a 1 will exceed that. So I will remove your bless, and it will still hit.
All right.
Nice.
So 4. That's only 4 points of psychic damage, but I'll take it.
4 points of psychic, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And that's Ziggy.
All right. Does anybody speak Drow or Undercommon? Or, actually, a better phrase. What languages do people speak?
I speak Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay.
Arwen, you want to go first?
I think he's looking it up, maybe.
Oh, sorry, muted. Sylvan Giant.
Oh, Sylvan Giant. Okay. And then what does Ziggy got?
Common, Draconic, Telepathy, and Thieves' Camp.
Okay, cool. All right. They are unable to attack. They are going to attempt to break free. Did you end up doing the enlarged growth? I
Yes.
didn't. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So they have the disadvantage on the strength checks to break out. That's a 20 and then a 10. So they are unable to break out, turning the turn back to TBD. Still,
to break free.
And you hear this sort of like garbled, like gutter language, just sort of like at you as you just do what you're about to do. While you're thinking about it, so the person here, Galaria or whatever, they have a neat little feature called Assassinate. During their first turn, they have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn, and any hit they score is a crit. So that's why I arguably didn't even do enough damage on that first volley of attacks, but that's essentially 3 critical hits. But I only drew 1 card for it because that seemed fair. I didn't want to draw 3 crit effects for a single attack.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Do you speak demonic? I mean, never mind. What languages do you speak? Shut up, Gup. It's not like you know exactly what I was thinking. No, actually, it's Undercommon. It was the one. They do speak Elvish, but they're not speaking Elvish currently. They're speaking Undercommon.
Considering.
Yeah.
I want to cast. For some reason.
For some reason.
I want to cast. What is this? Blindness?
It's your character sheet.
So
Blindness,
I will
deafness,
warn you,
is that what
if
it
it's
is?
another concentration spell, you will cancel out the other one.
Yeah. Does it have a C next to it? I think it's how D&D Beyond marks it.
Oh,
Yep. Like a little tiny C.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, actually.
Is blindness, deafness really not a... Jesus, okay.
I think it's kind of just like you throw a pocket sand in their face.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah,
I'd
you
like
blinded,
to throw
deafen a
pocket
foe. Yeah, sure enough. Constitution save. Okay. What's the DC? 13?
13, yeah.
You can choose. Are they blinded or deafened?
Blind. I don't want them to shoot me again.
All right. So they can't see at all.
Oh boy,
and that
there's
will
a...
last for 10 turns.
So what?
A blinded creature. So a restraint. Let's recap. Let's recap the conditions that the creature currently has. They're restrained. Their speed becomes 0. They can't benefit from any bonuses to their speed. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Their attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature also has disadvantage on dexterity saves. Because of the enlarged growth, they have disadvantage on strength saves. And then finally, because they're blinded, they automatically fail any ability check which requires sight, and attack rolls against it have advantage, which you already have, and its attacks have disadvantage. Given that, deafened creature... So I'll really the only difference is you can either pick, do they automatically fail checks require hearing or requiring sight? And it sounds like you want to go for the one that requires sight.
I don't want them to shoot me again, so...
Perfect. Okay. I didn't realize that they could still attack, actually. What did they do on their turn? Nothing, right? Because
they tried to break free, but they couldn't.
They attempted to break
free. Oh, right.
Free.
They attempted. Does that say that it has to be? Is that an
that
action
takes up
to
their
attempt?
action.
That's a turn.
Okay, cool. So then we did it right. I knew I was doing something right. They tried to break free. They couldn't. TBD, you blind them.
Action, yeah.
Cool. Orwin, it is your turn then.
Before that though, because just for fun, what does Snarg and Eagle have to say about this?
They look, as you kind of like look to your left and right to see what they're kind of like in shock and awe. You don't know if they know this person, but you know that they know this is a very powerful drow, and so far they are looking powerless.
And do they have any funny comment to say about this whole powerful looking powerless?
Oh god, yeah, I'm sure that they are just quipping left and right.
I'm asking if you've got anything. It's okay.
I don't, and I'm trying to think of one on the spot here.
If you think of one, let me know.
Okay.
Well, I try to figure out what I'm actually going to...
Yeah. TBD, there was nothing else you wanted to do, right? I didn't mean to like just skip past your turn.
No one took damage, right? I was,
No one has taken damage yet. We still have 35 points from the extra life shield.
Okay. I'm good then. Nobody needs a heal.
How's she, other than restrained, blinded, disadvantage on this, and this, how's she looking as far as like damage wise?
She has definitely seen worse days. She's honestly not looking too bad. That spider silk armor is doing work.
Okay. So plant growth is not a concentration spell, which is really nice. And so what I want to do is that on mine, by the way? I just heard that again. Keep on hearing a spray paint can.
Oh, that might be me.
Okay. It's like, no, what do you keep triggering?
Not me.
No, that's me. That annoys me that you can do that actually. I didn't think that would be translating through my.
No worries.
Just a polite reminder, we got 20 minutes until 10 and we still have a whole other room to get through.
Okay, my apologies. I'm going to summon a elephant with very large tusks, and summon
very
Fae.
large tusks.
Summon Fae, and it's going to serve as a short sword. So Fae with a short sword.
Neat.
And that's going to be a level 3 surrounded down. It's a multi-attack. So I believe it's only just one attack because it's level 3. Because it's rounded down half of the casting level. And he's going to go up to it and go to hit it. And it's hit 1d6 plus 3 plus this spell's.
That's damage. Should be a hit roll.
I'm sorry, I thought that I was looking at the right one then. Oh, your spell attack modifier to hit. I'm sorry. Spell attack modifier plus 9. So that's going to be a 28 to hit. Jesus Christ.
28 does hit.
And then that's going to be 1d6 plus 3 plus the spell's level. Okay, so let me just do this. Let me do 2 d6s. So one, that's a 3, it's a 4. That's a 4 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 10. So that's 10. And then 4 of that is force damage.
How much of it was total?
10 damage.
10 damage, and 4 of it is force?
If that matters at all.
Alright. I have noted your damage. Is there anything else you can do?
No, not for me, but another flame seed comes from my fire fant. It's a DC. Since it's still just a DC Dex 17.
You said DC a Dex save?
I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. That was the summon. I apologize. Disregard. To hit, it's 25 to hit. And then does that hit, I presume?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then 1d6 plus 3 is another 6 damage.
How much damage? 6?
6 fire.
Alright, it has been noted.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Ziggy, you are up.
Me. I'm just gonna hit him twice, short sword and electric blade. Bonus action. I'll take that 27 to hit.
27 hits.
With sneak attack.
Yeah.
Let me roll the first part. So 6 points of piercing with 9 extra points of damage.
Okay. Just wailing on this lady.
Double nat 20.
Double nat 20. Alrighty. Piercing damage?
Oh, this will be psychic damage.
Psychic. So this is considered spell damage. Alright.
So, what kind of roll am I looking at?
You are looking at double the damage die plus the modifier once, and then triple that result.
So it's going to be a total of 15 psychic damage. That were really piss poor rolls.
So that's 45 total damage. Would you like to describe how you killed this lady?
So after he kind of like slashes across with the short sword, that psychic blade, he'll jam into her, but it doesn't so much pierce as it more like phases into her mind. It's that overload of psychic damage that really kind of, you know, overload of nervous system before, you know, the blade vanishes and she hits the ground, or at least
Did she
slumps
shit
into the
herself?
veins. I mean, I think that goes without saying. Technically, all dead things shit themselves when they die.
Oh, but you meant the nervous overload. Or the nervous
Yes,
system overload.
the psychic damage is essentially the nervous system being overloaded to the point of death.
Gotcha.
And we did it. Woo!
Yay.
Awesome.
That's pretty fucking
On the
cool.
corpse, which I imagine that you'll be searching, they of course have a hand crossbow. They have a dagger, non-magical. They have a battle axe, non-magical. They have, what else do they have? They have spider silk armor, which I don't know if that's a magical armor or if that just functions if it's like a flavored. I think it is an actual item, spider silk armor. It should have like AC 15.
You said it's regular hand crossbows or magical?
Just regular. They're all non-magical weapons.
Special armor, battle axe, dagger, hand crossbow. Did I miss anything so far?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. I assume now you go towards.
I think
the
it's just
north.
flavor. And yes.
All right. As you begin walking north through the caverns, it seems quieter, but at the same time more tense. As you round the northern corner, you see a hulking, three-headed chimera snoring in the center of a 60-foot tall cavern. It's surrounded by the remains of its victims, a dozen crossbow bolts lodged in its hide, and soft metal clangs come from the alcove behind it, so like off to the right of the very top there, along with the gentle falling of rubble. Let me read a little bit here. Yeah.
What kind of chimera is it?
It is a, let's say,
Like
a
a goat lion snake chimera?
lion. Do what?
Like a lion goat snake chimera?
It's going to be a lion, skeleton bull, tyrannosaurus, or not tyrannosaurus, a pterodactyl chimera.
Ooh. I cast Speak with Animals just in case it wakes up.
Okay.
And yes. What are we doing in this room?
So there's the chimera here. You hear some like metal clanking and collapsing rubble off to the right, and then there's of course what looks like the normal building back to the left.
Okay.
Actually, you know what, Holdren? Yeah, you're right. It's lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my, why not?
Lion,
Classic and simple.
Let's go investigate the metal clanging.
All right, everybody roll a stealth check.
Son of a bitch. I got a 2.
27.
27.
10.
10. All right.
You know that meme of the kid that just goes like peace and disappears? It's pretty much what Ziggy does. Like,
So Ziggy's gonna go investigate, and TBD and I are kind of just gonna sit here while she casts Speak with Animals.
I would like to see if there's anything above this chimera that we can maybe use to drop on top of it.
There is not. All right.
I will just get into a better position.
You see 2 drow with pickaxes picking away at the eastern wall here. They have not noticed you.
Neat. I'm assuming they're kind of like worker drow, not so much warriors. Or are they armed?
I mean they're not too dissimilar from the other drow that you've encountered, but they are currently using pickaxes.
I'm gonna sneak up behind one and so I like to do this as a flavor thing. Kind of like Assassin's Creed this shit.
Okay.
But with my psychic blades, one in one hand, one in the other, and kind of like drive them both at the same time. One's going to be the offhand, one's going to be the main hand.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Would only one of these get advantage?
You're attacking, correct?
Yes.
They would both get advantage since it would technically be a surprise round.
Okay. So that's a 22 for the first hit.
Okay.
Roll this. So that's 5 points of psychic damage plus my sneak attack, so that's 15 points total.
All right.
Then
is that the Go ahead, sorry.
Then the offhand. That one's gonna miss horribly.
Right. I need everybody
roll initiative.
To roll initiative.
Smart me at 7 again. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. It's just
I got a 6 and it's with advantage.
How am I rolling better?
What did you say you got, Orwin?
6, that's with
6.
advantage.
And TVD, what'd you get? 12.
Yeah,
So, Ziggy, you kill the first drow.
I'll take it.
An old red claw awakes from his slumber and sees the commotion in the eastern part of this cavern and
Why did he
flies over
Probably
and devours the other drow. TBD, this chimera is sitting next to having eaten one of the drow, and it looks very angrily at you. What do you do?
I would like to persuade it not to do this.
Okay. What language are you going to attempt to speak to it in? Or actually, you said did you actually do speak with animals? Does that actually work on? I don't think that works on.
I think that only works on beasts.
Yeah. Because it's a monstrosity technically, so it'd be like trying to cast speak with animal on like an elf that you don't know,
or like
elvish.
A dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was
No, that's fine. If you used a spell slot or something for that, you can have it back. Is a friend. Maybe. I don't know.
I would like to cast.
Like to cast Entangle again. Go ahead.
Okay, it's you. It's a strength save.
Oh, that's right. It's a strength save. Sorry, I'm adjusting your volume a little bit on my end. Strength save. The Chimera handily beats the strength save.
Walkers, yeah.
Cool. Doesn't help that I rolled a 19.
No, it doesn't, but I'm sure it also has Walker's strength.
I'd like to. So it's right next to me.
It is right next to you, yes. So you are all. You see in the top right there where there's like the claw mark and the 2 rocks?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately to the right of that, there were 2 drows picking against that eastern wall, and so you all are in that sort of like 3x3. excuse me, 3x3 grid, all of you.
Okay. Then I can't do disengage, right, or anything like that. So
You could.
I guess.
Oh, because you used an action
Already
to do
used an
that.
action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm done then.
All right. It is Old Red Claw's turn. What is Old Red Claw gonna do? Let's see. We got multi-attack, which you could do a bite, a horn, and a claw. I could just do a bite. I could just do a horn. I could just do a claw. I could do Fire Breath. Fire Breath seems fun. That's a 15-foot cone, and each creature has to make a dexterity save. So yeah, everybody make a dex save.
Okay.
Let's use that extra life shield.
I'd say burn it, yeah.
If not there to be used, then why there?
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, all right.
I got a 12.
12.
17.
17. So 12, 17, dirty 20. Let me see if this is a save or suck situation. Half damage on a save. So 2 saves, 1 fail. The 2 saves are going to take... Let me see here. Who should we do first? Should we do... How should we... Or should we do the... We should do the person that failed first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Because if they failed, they take the brunt of the attack. So yeah, TBD, you're like right there. It's just...
Ow!
And it deals 31 fire damage.
Oh, thank God.
Dropping the extra life shield down to 4.
Ziggy next, Ziggy next, Ziggy next.
Ziggy,
I take
both
15 of that.
You would take 15, and with the extra life shield, that means you take 11 damage. And then finally, Orwin, you take the final 15 saved but unshielded damage.
8.
You take 8?
Because I have resistance to fire.
Nice. You take 8 fire damage. And that
Look at myself again. I'm just like, how is this
7.
happening?
It's technically it would be 8 because of the way that I had it was 31 divided by 2 divided by 2, so 8's fine.
I rounded up because he rounded down twice. So
it works out.
I'll give it to him. It's fine.
Yeah. Ziggy, your turn.
Okay, so he's gonna breathe something at me. I'm gonna breathe something back at him. They need to make a dex save.
All right. What is the DC?
12.
12. What is the effect?
Psychic damage.
Okay.
I think it's funny. There's a dragon form and a chimera just at each other.
Oh, are you using a breath weapon?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're breathing right back at it.
Uh-huh. 15-foot cone weapon, and I'm just directing it directly at it. Don't need to make a dex
failed.
12. Fail? So
Yep.
it's going to take a full 13 points of psychic damage.
Full 13 points of psychic damage. Got
And
it.
bonus action disengage to run the fuck away from it.
Got it. And Sniggle will look at the Chimera and be like, I've seen better coordination in a toddler's tantrum than your 3-headed hissy fit.
Who is that?
Sniggle.
Which
the
one?
one with the S? I don't know.
Snarg?
Snarg, yeah.
There's Snarg and Iggle, not Sniggle.
Snarg and Iggle. I just
Well,
keep
it's fine.
combining
It's
it to
Sniggle. They're
Sniggle.
both, yeah.
Yeah.
It's both.
That's
They said
just
it
a
at the
ship
same
name.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a ship name. I like that.
All right. Orwin, you're up.
All right. So we're gonna have some fun here. So I've got my Fae. I've got that. I've got that. I'm not gonna do that. I could do that.
I love that Nurse Wiggles is just stoked about the shield being gone.
Yep.
In case you missed it earlier, it was a direct quote, by the way. They said, "Stop helping kids. I want to see people get murdered."
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Did not alter that quote at all.
I am running out of.
I want to do it.
Just do it.
Okay, fine.
This is, if I wasn't clear, this is the final combat of the night.
Oh.
It feels like it.
Okay, cool. That's nice then. Oh no, I already used both of those. Never mind. I'm going to do Earth Tremor 2nd level.
Okay.
So it causes a tremor on the ground within range, not the ceiling this time. Just nothing up
Sure
there.
does. Yep.
And 10 foot on the camera itself. And need a Dex saving throw 17.
That is a pass.
Oh.
I'm sure it's also textureless enough.
Interesting. It doesn't say what happens if it passes it.
What is the spell? Tremor?
Earth Tremor.
Or Earth Tremor? Earth Tremor.
So
You
it
cause a
doesn't
tremor in the
trust
ground
all
within
this.
range. Each creature other than you in that area must make a Dex save. On a failed save, they take bludgeoning damage and knock prone. If in the grounded areas, it becomes difficult terrain. So they're not knocked prone and they don't take damage, but the ground is difficult terrain.
So they just have some weird movement speed then.
Yeah, have the movements. Well, unless they fly, which they can't fly.
They fly. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do it like that then. All right. So then I know which Fae I'm picking. So my semi-summon Fae can either be Fuming, Mirthful. What is I don't fully understand. What is Charmed exactly?
Charmed?
Yeah.
Charmed. Hang on, let me get back to my window here. A charmed creature can't
Charmed creature
attack
can't
the
attack
charmer.
the charmer.
Go ahead.
Harmful abilities or magical effects, and charmer has advantage on any ability check. Interact socially with the creature.
And okay, how big is this thing?
It's a large monstrosity. I always forget what the size of that means. I think it means it takes up 4 squares or just 2.
How big is its head?
How
5
big
feet,
is
10 feet?
What are you trying to do? And I'll let you know if it works.
I'm wondering because one of these can pick fill a 5 foot cube of magical darkness.
5 foot cube, fill it with magical darkness. Yeah, you could effectively blind maybe two of the heads, not 3 though. But oh no, I'm trying to find my notes. Somebody gone and did it. They done did it. Can anybody? Is the? Hang on, let me see. I know I've got it written down somewhere here. Nolan, fix it. What'd I fix? Opposite a shield? Well, the thing is, for every $10 donated, a shield does show up. However, for a $10 donation, exactly, I'm waiting on the rotator. It's somewhere. Actually, I don't think I have it written down, and I can't freaking find it. Give me a minute. Sorry. No, it's not a surge, though. Did we? No, we didn't cross another $100 threshold.
No, we didn't.
No, but oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. I'm just blind. Nope, that's not it. Brick, where the creature is more difficult. The creature has been powered up, and I'm trying to find the stat blocks for it. But
I'll wait for it to come around again.
Also,
I'd say
a large creature is 2x2.
Squiggles, I'm so tired.
Alright.
5 of us should do this.
It was Aldrin who did it, not Nurse Wiggles. Alright,
I
so
have
a
Norse. I have like an actual like stat block to apply to them. I just can't find it in all of my freaking crappy notes. Is what I'm hastily looking for. But I remember enough of it to make it work.
All right, so sorry, I just was trying to figure out which one because this is my first time actually using this spell. I apologize. I didn't do proper research first. So my Fey spirit, this elephant with the really large tusks, spirit is a fuming type of Fey. It's going to use Fey Step to teleport right next to the whatever claw, the chimera, and since it is fuming, it has advantage on the next attack roll it makes for the end of this turn. And so then the attack roll is going to be, it does 21 hit.
A 21. Fuck. Sorry, that was unrelated to your attack. That I believe that is a hit. I'm trying to find I have too many screens open. Yes, it definitely is a hit. I just realized that for the second week in a row, I have fucked up something, but we're all good.
We haven't noticed it, so probably not a fuck up.
Exactly. So for level 10 and under parties, the creature, the creature is I'm just going to tell you all so that you can help remind me. Oh my god, I have so many windows! Where is my character sheet? There it is. Okay. It is a CR6 creature, which means it gains 15 HP, and it increases the AC attack modifiers, damage modifiers, DC saving throws, and skill modifiers by 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That sounds
no. Okay.
Anyway, you were saying.
Does force or piercing mean anything to you about this thing or no?
Force or piercing does not mean anything in regards to this creature.
So that's going to be, so we're rolling damage now. That's going to be a 7 plus 3, plus a 3. It's 13.
Oh, it's 1d6 plus 3 plus the spell level, and then an extra 6 of force.
Yep, so that's 13.
13. Got it. Your damage has been noted.
Thank you. And then my Wildfire Spirit, that's going to do that. I just got to do a bunch of scrolling, I swear to God here. 1d6 plus 3, so that's going to be a 7 for damage.
A 7
on top
for
of that, 7 fire.
Okay, that hits. Or sorry, noted is what I meant to say.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. That is TBD. Your turn.
I throw an ice knife at it.
And hope it turns to a fireball.
Yes.
Now, what I forgot to do, we have the wandering monster mechanic where anytime somebody subs, not a gift sub, when they sub or resub, it triggers a wandering monster depending on if it's a tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 sub. And I think we've had 2 of those that I just completely forgot about.
2 genuine subs? Because I've only seen gifted subs today.
Didn't somebody resub this? Were they all gifted subs?
They were all gifted.
Okay, well, never mind then. I didn't fuck up, so.
I'll double check.
The hit DC is what I add to my hit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Nurse Wiggles. This is the MistyMountain.com. This is their shirt. I bought it from their store a while back just because I wanted to see what other merch was like compared to ours, and I'm happy to report ours is better. There's a silk printed or silk screened, which if you like that sort of thing, I mean it's a nicer quality for sure. Ours is direct to garment printed, but I like our shirts better. They're more comfy.
Do offline resubs count?
Only during the stream.
Okay, so then yeah, we've only had gifted subs today during the stream.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
Ooh, I'm telling Rob. I didn't say it was bad. I just said I like ours more. I like the super soft shirts. This is a Gildan soft cotton.
This one's really soft, and that's where I'm able to
What did you say,
today.
Kaylee? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 14.
A 14 to hit.
Yeah.
That would not hit under normal conditions. It definitely does not hit now. I'm sorry.
That's
Would you like
okay.
to use your bless?
I'm gonna sit on the ground and cry a little.
Yeah, I forgot, you do have one more bless token.
Bless token. What is that one again? The 4?
You add a D4 to the, yep.
I rolled a 1.
A 1.
Make it fit.
It hits.
It hits?
It hits.
Interesting. Okay.
The power of Nyx compels you.
Okay. So I roll, for an ice knife, I roll 1d10.
1d10, yep.
I believe it has to make a dex save.
2d6 on dex fail. So, I don't know what the dex is, though.
It'd be your DC.
Oh, it's right there.
It passes.
13,
I'm
yeah.
rolling fucking rocks, I'm sorry. I haven't rolled anything but a high, anything lower than an 18 this combat. Just let me
My
know.
1d10 is a 2, so that's awesome.
Oh, lovely. Alright, it is the Chimera's turn. Let me see here. Sorry, I've got too much going on. It is going to look at Orwin. Since Ziggy ran away.
Sure, it's not gonna look at his face spirit.
I'm sure. I can't math. Orwin does a 23, 25, and a 24 hits. Yeah. Alright. Let's just roll all this damage at once.
Yes, yes, and yes.
$34 damage, of which 10 is absorbed, so 24. That is piercing, bludgeoning, and then slashing damage, if any of that matters to you.
You said I took 24?
24 damage, yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Now it is Ziggy's turn.
Neat. So I'm just gonna move up the distance I moved away. Stab it. I hope this gives me sneak attack because there's friendly.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Gonna be with my short sword, which I got a 12 hits, so since I
does not.
1 sec. I have one more token for bless, right?
One more token for bless, yes.
I will burn that.
Okay.
Oh, just making it a 15.
All right.
I got a 3.
Nice.
So, let me roll d6 first. So that's 7 points of magical piercing damage because the short sword is a +1.
Got it.
With my, and then let me roll my sneak attack. That one was 16 extra points of sneak attack damage, and then bonus action disengage.
16 extra points of sneak attack damage. Bonus action disengage. Got it. Orwin, is it your turn, or Ziggy, do you have anything else?
Actually, I can't disengage.
I don't want to say retroactively I would have moved away.
Well, just because you trigger an attack of opportunity doesn't mean it hits on an attack of opportunity.
Well, disengage. So, I'm saying could I feasibly have Ziggy like move away far enough for him to like just 15 feet away so that he's out of danger, then come in on his turn and disengage the rest of the 15 feet back?
So like,
the last
start your
two-
turn 15 feet away, move in, attack, and then
Yes.
move 15 feet away.
Yes, using my disengage to spend the rest of my movement to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the disengage just allows you to leave without triggering your attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to do that so that, in a way, like, I didn't burn all my speed just getting to him is all. Because otherwise I couldn't have disengaged.
Yeah, as long as you have enough actions to be able to do that, that's fine.
All right, then
It is a
I just
small area, so.
end 15 feet away, and that's it.
Okay. Orwin, your turn.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and bonus action healing word on myself, which is a 1d4 plus modifier, which is plus 6, so that's gonna be a 9 that I'm gonna heal, and then we're gonna do a couple of things here. Where is it? I'm going to bring up. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. By the way, that brought me down to less than 10 HP there. So
nice.
I was. That's why I got real quiet. Yes, I'm genuinely terrified and I'm really glad that you brought back that level up monster thing. Holy shit. So I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on myself. It's 2d8 plus 6, which is an extra 20, which puts me back at 40, which out of 43, which is real nice. I'm back up there. That's my action, and that's my bonus action. So I didn't attack, didn't do anything else, can't use any of those yet. So then my Faye is going to roll for another attack, which is a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
18 hits, and that's 2d6 plus 3 plus 3. That's a 5 plus 6, that's an 11
Nice.
points of damage. And then my Wildfire Spirit is the space that the spirit left. I'd say the spirit's in its space.
Okay.
Spirit's gonna fiery teleport with me 15 feet away, just trying to get some distance because this thing's on my face again.
Okay.
And it's going to do. So you need to make a spell save. I don't know what it is exactly. I think dexterity. Yeah, it's a dex DC 17.
DC 17. Dex save fails.
Okay, and then 1d6 plus that's 9.
9 damage.
I am now 15 feet away from the Chimera.
Alright. Can everybody describe to me on the map? So in this corner here, do you see what I'm talking about? Like the 3x3 grid where the center of it is like the two little tiny dots?
Yeah. Oh.
The Chimera was on those two little tiny dots. At the start of combat, you all were kind of like along the right wall. Where are you now in relation to that center part?
I haven't moved away from the Chimera at all.
So you're still on the right wall.
I'm having a hard time figuring out where I am. I just know that I haven't done anything to move away from them. So.
Okay.
Hey, I forgot I can move.
Ziggy, where are you at?
I've been sitting still this entire time. I don't know why.
You know, over by those two rocks there.
Below the little slash marks on the ground?
Uh-huh. Right there, because he's 15 feet away now.
Okay. And then, Orwin, where are you?
I would say for those two rocks, I would say I'm four squares to the left or west of that, where the 4 dots are.
Okay. So kind of like
where that that weird point thingy is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing some math here.
Or I tried to step away a bit, but I don't need to get too far away.
Okay. And then your spirits are where the Chimera still is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Chimera's gonna fly over down towards those like 3 in the general direction of those 3 slash marks on the ground in such a way that he can get Orwin and Ziggy in a 15-foot cone.
In a 15.
Breath weapon.
So yeah, so you both are gonna be at the sort of the
how is that
extreme.
1, 2, 3 at a 15-foot cone? Is that 15 feet wide or long?
Wide.
15-foot wide cone.
Cones
So
are
it'll
always
be
wide.
It'll be touching you at either end on like Orwin on the left, Ziggy on the right, and then coming down to where he lands. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
$18.
So it's 17.
All right, both of you will save, which is good. Let me do some math here.
Fire?
Fire damage, yep.
So take the 4th then.
So saved, you will take 18 damage.
So that's 9.
And that will be its turn. Bringing us back around town to TBD. So TBD, we'll say for the sake of, not leaving you out of the fight, if you wanted to, you can move 30 feet and be within range of the Chimera, so you don't have to use a dash action.
Oh.
That's only showing she's summoning with Ding Dong.
Yeah.
She uses Ice Knife from any range, right?
Oh. Within a certain range, but yeah.
I'll do that and I'll Ice Knife again.
Okay. That is a fail.
And 18.
18 damage.
No, to 18 to hit.
Oh, 18 to hit. Yeah, sorry, that hits. And it failed the dex thing.
And I might have done this wrong, so it's a D10, but the +3 modifier, +5 spell attack. Do I do anything with those?
So the +5 spell to attack is to hit, and then the +3 is for the damage. So it's D10 +3.
I did do it wrong. So instead of 2 last time, I should have done 5.
5? Okay, I'll adjust that. So then go ahead and do your D10 +3, and then your 2d6 cold damage.
Okay. So 8 + 3 is 11, so 11 damage, and then 2d6 cold damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it failed.
So 9 plus... Oh, that's not it. I'm an idiot. I'm exhausted. I don't know if you guys know this.
No, you're fine.
You're good.
I'm having to count the dice. I'm like, this one's a 6, right?
I'm on the edge of my seat after that 9.
There's a 9. No. Okay, 6, and a 5, and another 11. So 22, I guess, total. That's a lot of damage.
You hurl the ice knife into the Chimera's face, where it makes purchase upon it, and explodes into a shroud of icy shrapnel.
Yeah.
For a moment, it bellows and screeches in pain and agony before the life goes out of its eyes and falls to the ground.
I killed another thing.
And then a fireball erupts from
How much a level up increased everything by what, like 2?
Everything by 2 essentially, and that stacks, by the way. So if
by the way, no, I don't know if you can tell, I didn't use the initiative bonuses, the proficiency bonuses. I didn't use any of that here, and holy crap, I felt like a mortal there compared to the god I was previously with that fight and the level up too.
Right.
That was thrilling. Holy crap.
It's fun when you're I mean, it's fun to be a god, but it is also fun when like there's risk involved. And it's nice when there's, you know, a nice little balance. And I will say I did not cheese that fight. You legitimately defeated that powered up chimera.
I cheesed it by not doing what I guess the power I was given throughout this entire thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's.
There's Squiggles, we did it.
Fuck, that hurts.
The wrap up is a little boring. I was reading it while you were all kind of like deciding what you were gonna do. Unfortunately, there's not really much to it. It's meant to lead towards like, oh, you can slot this into your homebrew, and this is a plot hook leading towards a further adventure. So I'll kind of like exposition it a little bit. Basically, the Drow were, you know, cleaning out this abandoned keep as a sort of foothold, as a forward assault point, basically, for some kind of invasion that they may have been planning. But because you were able to kill all the Drow and clear everything out of here, presumably killing one of the captains leading it, you know, you have stifled that that threat. So good on you. I will divide all the loot and XP and everything next, as I do in the loot log. But there is a good chunk of gold to be found amongst old Red Claw's horde of bodies. Otherwise, that's about
also,
it.
That spider silk armor is just it's nothing fancy. It's literally just a descriptor.
Gotcha.
Yay,
We've got 3 minutes before our hard stop. We say 6:30 to 10:30 for the unprepared, but I think this is the first one that's kind of like really come close, other than that one that we did one of the first couple of weeks there.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't really have anything to say because my throat is fucking shot, and I would like to go get a drink and take I've said everything that I have to say. We have $4,367, by the way, on Extra Life. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for Holdren and everybody. Holdren, I think, just so you know, you have until the end of April to raise the $100 for the D20 Extra Life dice.
So one day left.
So 1 day left. If you haven't raised $100, you've got 1 day left to raise $100. It doesn't have to be for us. It doesn't have to be on Team Playotic. Just in general, if you raise $100 and you're a platinum subscriber, or a platinum member, rather.
It's even if Holdren wasn't once that.
That is it. I'm assuming they do, but that's on me for assuming it. Just because when I posted it, they seemed to lament the fact that they don't do content creation or anything. It's like, just join our team, bud. You'll get donations. And I know.
Oh, by the way, that dice you only get if you are a platinum member, so you have to pay $19.
Yep, and the $19 does go towards Extra Life. It's just it still benefits Extra Life. It's just sort of like a I don't want to say a gatekeep, but just a way to incentivize people to get and you don't just get the dice. You get T-shirts, you get stickers, for a certain amount of like money raised. So it all helps. I actually just got my Extra Life shirt the other day, and I like ours better.
I think it goes. I think the 19 for the premium goes, or the whatever goes to your donated amount too. So I think Holdren, you can do your 19 because you're currently at 75.
I don't think the platinum goes towards your total, but if I'm wrong on that, I'd be happy to be wrong. I just don't think it does.
I think it went through for mine.
Nice. Okay. Well, dude, be sure to check some reading on that. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off the raid here because I want to. I don't want to D&D and run, but I would like to go ahead and get going. We've got Wild Beyond the Witchlight tomorrow. Yeah, give me a second, Monkey Man. We got Wild Beyond the Witchlight tomorrow. We've got probably another Dungeons and House Flipper type thing. Maybe not House Flipper, but I've got to work on our our GalaxyCon thing, and it helps me stay focused if we're streaming. So I might do that Wednesday or Thursday. If I don't have a personal game on Wednesday, I may do that then. There's a couple memes in Discord, playoticgames.com/Discord. I just don't really want to show them right now because, like I said, I want to kind of get going. Let me switch to this outro scene real quick. Monkey Man, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I'm just asking if it's up to you if we can get Snarg and Iggle, or if you want just to make them sniggle. In the place with their pub too.
I will take that under. As long as y'all don't make me role play them too much,
no,
I'm okay
with
that.
It's just for fun.
Like collecting pets. Yeah,
like fun little homage thing. So, do you want Snarg and Iggle, or do you want Sniggle?
We can do Snarg and Iggle. I was in my back pocket was if the Chimera fight was turning out too difficult, the other goblins were going to come in and kind of help out. But you all defeated the Chimera yourself. So
thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. Because I don't know. I don't want to kill people, but at the same time, that is part of the unprepared. Is you adventure until you die or you retire.
That happens.
So stuff does happen. Look at all these lovely names, by the way. All of these people who have donated over the course of the year. Some of these, to trigger effects, just some out of the kindness of their hearts. They're amazing people. We're going to keep going until the end of the year, see how much money we can raise. We're working on putting together something for Extra Life Game Day, which is the first weekend in November 2nd. I think Gup and I have been talking about this on a lot of the back end. We're trying to do. I think we're gonna be putting more focus into Extra Life and charity events because people seem to like it so much, and it's for a good cause. So why the hell not? We're gonna be rating Dork Tales though, so be sure you set like and follow and subscribe and smash the buttons or whatever. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Love you so much, and good night.
Night, everybody.
Oh, it's followers only chat.
Oh, boo. I forgot to check that.
Oops.